Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling.
You fight with nobody.
This a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
You won the belt with nobody.
BoxingVoice.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter.
BoxingVoice.com.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingVoice.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another glorious morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We are back with another one, and this is actually going to be a pretty good show, or at least I'm predicting. We have the arrival of Canelo Alvarez, who's asking Las Vegas, are you ready? Hashtag Canelo plant, hashtag let's go. Even though he put 60, right? Who knows what he meant by that. But as you can see, if you're following along with us right here on YouTube, you got Canelo in front of his private jet, just arriving in Las Vegas. And then our second part of this morning's show is going to be an interview conducted with Andy Ruiz, where he let it be known that he wanted Deontay Wilder next, along with some other names, but obviously the most interesting to us is Deontay Wilder, and the most realistic, I think, is Deontay Wilder, because they're on the same side of the street, and they're both signed to Al Heyman. Makes it easy peasy. So this is what we're going to be talking about. Canelo's arrival to Las Vegas. Obviously, Plant is already there, being a Las Vegas native, and they will have their MGM grand arrivals scheduled for later on today. It's not open to the public, but it will be streamed, so you still get to watch it live on Showtime's YouTube channel, and possibly we'll do a review. Not 100% sure if the grand arrivals are worth it. I doubt that they even come within reach of each other. So, yeah. But real quick, just a reminder, this is going to be a PBC pay-per-view. So this is not on Dazn. So, you don't need to purchase Dazn for this particular month, because you will not watch this fight. That being said, I do want to let you know that Dazn is going to have boxing on November 5th. Well, they'll have a card to be announced with Ruben Diaz in Rome, Italy. They'll have on the 13th Kid Galahad versus Kiko Martinez, and that's going to be in the UK. And they have on the 19th Demetrius Andrade, Jason Quigley, and on the 27th, the return of the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez, handling his mandatory with George Kambosos in New York on November 27th. On December 18th, they're back with Joseph Parker and Derek Chisora. And then Don't forget to sprinkle December 4th with Devin Haney once they officially finalize that. So, you know, you don't need DAZN to watch Canelo, but you may still need DAZN for this final quarter to watch some of these good fights. Don't forget, we got a link in every single description. If you want to get DAZN, use our link. Doesn't matter what country you're from. We can provide you with access to all the zones, whether it's US, UK, Italy, Brazil, Japan. Don't really matter, right? But don't buy DAZN expecting to watch Canelo Alvarez, because you won't and you can't. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. But yeah, man, I'm really excited about this Andy Ruiz news. I don't know about you guys, but I like Andy's energy, you know. He got his fight with Areola out the way. You know, he wanted his tune-up. He was working under the tutelage of a new trainer. You know, they wanted to test some things out. They did that, and now they're ready for some pretty big names. He really didn't give any unpopular names, to be honest. Like, you know, he's really got a list. Now, does he get it? I don't know. Andy Ruiz is planning for a ring return in January and list off Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Alexander Usyk, or even Dillian White, and even throws Joshua's name in the hat for a trilogy. Now, he didn't mention any, let's say, realistic option, right? And by that I mean he mentioned every single top heavyweight. And if he can't get any of those, there was no other option, no other realistic option. So it seems like maybe he can get one of these names. And the only one really is Wilder. Now, the timeline is off. But I think that Andy and his team would wait for Wilder for May, which is what Wilder's team is believing when Wilder will be ready to come back. I think if you tell Andy, yeah, look, you can't get AJ, he's busy with Usyk. You can't get Fury, he's going to be busy with Dillian White. Which leaves you Deontay Wilder. And obviously Wilder is more of an A-side than Andy Ruiz. So you got to march to his drum. And then I guess Andy could just negotiate. But I would prefer Andy to wait for Wilder for March or May versus fighting in January versus anyone else. The list he's given us is good enough for me. I don't need him to give me a Luis Ortiz fight in January. The Wilder fight is good enough for me. I didn't think that they would be willing to put Wilder in there with someone like that. But when you consider the interview with Malik Scott and the fact that he doesn't want someone 30-11, and he did express that Wilder, you know, Wilder has a high purse, so he demands this type of fight. You know, he demands a high-profile fight to be able to pay for that purse. This is a pay-per-view. If they gave us Andy Ruiz versus Areola on pay-per-view, this is obviously a pay-per-view for the second quarter of the year, May time. I really think they can steal the date from Canelo and do Cinco de Mayo. Andy Ruiz, Deontay Wilder, Cinco de Mayo. I actually love it. I think that I think the people will come out. I think it's the right thing to do. You know, it's the perfect fight for both men. For Wilder, obviously, you know, he doesn't get the tune-up that Andy got, but he's kind of that mindset, no tune-up mindset, right? And that's also what Malik Scott is saying. You know, look, we don't want no bums, but we don't want another Fury type. And no one is going to confuse Andy for Fury. I don't think anyone confuses Andy for Fury. Iceman says, why would anyone get in the ring with Wilder? I mean, because he's a big name and it merits a big paycheck. It's a high-profile fight. You know, Andy beats Wilder. He's next up. He's next in line. Not that he can't get a shot at a title without him, but he puts himself in position. You know, he lets the world know that he's one of the big three if he beats one of the big three. So, I love this fight, honestly. Cinco de Mayo is when they should look for this fight. Wilder already wants to come back in May. It's the Mayweather green print, African-American versus a Mexican fighter on a Mexican holiday. I love it. I love it. It's the perfect thing for these two men that don't have a belt. And better believe the WBC will make some sort of belt. This probably could be for the silver champion. This probably could be for the silver champion, you know, because, or the interim title. They'll take the title from Dillian because he's fighting Fury, and then make these two guys fight for the belt. There's so much that can happen. It's a really good fight, and a really good fight for Cinco de Mayo. So I know that some people are like, well, they'll never be able to steal this date from Canelo. I disagree. I think, you know, as you can see from my thumbnail, Canelo loves Andy. And that's why he's rubbing his bare ass and talking about Vaseline. And it's all fun and games because they're cool like that. And if you can rub a grown man's bare ass on television, I'm sure you'll be willing to give him the date. I'm not saying that Reynoso's going to help Andy step on the date. I think that as a team, they'll come together. You know, I'm sure the same way Andy came to him telling him that his ass hurt from the tattoo, he'll come to him and say, hey, look, man, they've offered me this fight. They're thinking about Cinco de Mayo, what you think? And he's like, no, man, chingón, do your thing, champ. Canelo don't care. Yo, hasn't Canelo missed Cinco de Mayo or September 17th like 3 years in a row already? I don't think he really cares. You know, people trying to make it seem like he cares about Cinco de Mayo, but I'm pretty sure, let's check his resume. I'm pretty sure he's missed Cinco de Mayo and September quite a few times in the last 3 years, brothers. So, I don't know, man. We need to chill with that whole, oh, you think Canelo's going to let him? When's the last time he fought on the date? Let's see. What was it? Billy Joe? Did he fight Billy Joe on the date? No, damn. I went to Canelo's Twitter. That's how popular he is. His box record is like on the second page and shit. Que la Plan is in November. Billy Joe was definitely Cinco de Mayo, but not really Cinco de Mayo, but Cinco de Mayo. And then you got Yeardom wasn't. Then you got Callum also wasn't on Independence or Cinco de Mayo. Kovalev also was not on Independence or Cinco de Mayo. Jacobs was also, Jacobs was Cinco de Mayo. So 2019 and 2021, so he missed 1, 2, 3 fights. You know, so he won't have an issue. It's not like he's not done it before. And I'm sure, look, Rocky Fielding was not, right? I could keep going back. Gennady was in September. That was. The other Gennady was. The Chavez was on the Mayo. And this Liam was, okay. And this one was with Khan. but Miguel Cotto was not. So, yeah, he had a little stretch right there from Amir Khan until the last Golovkin fight was all his dates. But that's what I'm saying. He kind of let off them. And this isn't competition in his eyes. This is a brother. This is a friend, you know. I mean, I'm only rubbing my brother's ass. I ain't rubbing just anybody's ass. So, you know, he got love for Andy. Y'all got to stop it. You know, I picked this clip specifically for that because it's like I knew people was going to say, oh, no, he ain't going to give that date up. You're crazy. I showed you proof with BoxRec. He's not fought on that date. And I'm showing you proof right there. He's rubbing Andy's ass like it's okay because they're friends. You know what I mean? And if I'm your friend, let me eat. Let me eat. That's all. But I love this fight. Let's be real. I mean, that's a good point, Ignorant Boxing. I'll take that and mix and match your comment there. Let's do a hypothetical. Like, what if the fight with Plant is a success and Canelo wants to continue his business with Al? Then they can do Charlo. I mean, that's too much of a dream. It's too much of a dream. I was going to say Charlo Benavidez. I mean, Charlo Canelo and then Andy Wilder, but we'll never get a pay-per-view undercard like that. I mean, I'm willing to pay $150 for that. You know, Canelo, Charlo, Wilder, Ruiz. You know, 70 for one, 80 for the other. I ain't got no problem. No problem. Both on the same day. You know, they can even do split site if they wanted to. You know, Canelo, Charlo could be in Texas, and then Andy and Wilder could be in Vegas. Split site. Or fucking Andy and Wilder. I mean, I would really love it on the same card, but I'm going to stop dreaming. We know those guys will never be on the same card. They demand way too much fucking money, but that would be amazing. Amazing. To have all those four on the same card. Imagine them put a card on in Texas, fill out the whole fucking Cowboys Stadium. Wilder, Ruiz, undercard of Canelo, Jamal, Charlo. Dallas Cowboys Stadium, 100,000 people. Right? That should be crazy. We got Roland Curtis. Is this my first super chat of the day? Is this the first of the day? It sure is. Well, shout out to you, champ. Appreciate the love. And he says, Ruiz wants Wilder now before Wilder can even modestly improve his ability to fight on the back foot, which is how AJ destroyed Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. But listen, that's boxing. That's boxing, man. Canelo did it. He seen what Anthony Yarde did and he jumped on Kovalev. That's boxing. You gotta strategically make the right move. It's boxing. If I'm Andy and his team, that's another reason. That's how you get Canelo to not be mad about the day. Like, come on, dog. You know now is the time to take this man's head off. You know? That is what I would like. But let's see. I never gave you the information. I mean, I did yesterday, but not today. And we got to find it for you, which is the grand arrival information for Canelo and Caleb Plant. So today at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's a long time. That's 5 o'clock for us, Eastern. Grand arrivals, 5 Eastern. Then on Wednesday, we'll have the final press conference for the main event. So Canelo and Caleb. It's not open to the public, and it will start at 2 p.m., which it will be streamed as well. Thursday, you have the final undercard press conference for the Showtime pay-per-view featuring Anthony Durrell, who's going to be taking on Marcos the Madman Hernandez, Rave August, who's going to be taking on Leonardo Baez, and Elvis Rodriguez, and Juan Pablo Romero. And this is also closed to the public, but it will be streamed, and it starts at 11 a.m. Again, all times Pacific Standard Time. Friday is the official weigh-in, which is open to the public over at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in the event level. Doors open for fans and media at 11 a.m. The non-televised undercard weigh-in begins at 12 p.m. and the Showtime pay-per-view weigh-in begins at 1 p.m. So anybody making their way to Las Vegas, that is your fight week schedule. Doors open for the fight at 3 o'clock. First bell for first fight is at 3:05. So get your poppity corn and seats quickly, because on November 6th is going down. Now, once again, the safest bet for this week is, will this fight go to distance? You know, it's been a debate here on this show because some believe that Canelo will knock out Caleb Plant. But, you know, as a bettor, and for my bettors, I think that, you know, we have to factor in Kovalev, older man, you know, not the healthiest boxer in boxing, made it 11 full rounds before being stopped. You could also take the over-under. I wouldn't, because it's only paying 105. Like, over 9 rounds is only 105. So, you know, I would much rather take the prop bet of Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. This fight will go to distance. Yes, plus 170. See, this no, for those that are like, oh, but why does it say the no is the favorite or the popular bet? That's because the Mexicans love Canelo. They're not going to believe anything other than that. You think they thought the Callum Smith fight was going to distance? You think they thought the fucking Daniel Jacobs fight was going to distance? No. People betting on Canelo because they believe in Canelo. But if we're talking real boxing, Caleb Plant ain't going down. He's bigger, naturally bigger man than Daniel Jacobs, who started at 154. He's naturally bigger than Jacobs. He's just as big, if not bigger, stronger than Callum Smith. Trout didn't get knocked out. Cotto didn't get knocked out. Many people didn't get knocked out. So don't get carried away with this particular bet of Alvarez at a minus 200. And look, it changed yesterday. You see, I never made the bet. Yesterday was a minus 200. Look, today, oh no, it's still a minus 200. Okay, I was looking at the fight won't go the distance, which is paying less. See, it's saying no, 240 when the knockout is at minus 200. So you're better off betting on a knockout if you really believe in Canelo. But this is the safe bet. Minus 170. Will this fight go to distance? MyBookie.ag, using the code BETTBV. Look, $10 gets you 17 plus your 10 back, $27. Hundo gets you 170 plus your $100, $270. Free money. You don't got to pick a winner. You don't got to pick none of that. It's as simple as waiting the 12 rounds out, which it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. So, don't forget, MyBookie.ag, code BETTBV, to get that match bonus and make your bet. Make your safe bet. That's the safe bet, let me tell you. Even though I've been telling you. Now, for my believers in Plant, don't forget to get this plus 3,000 by decision or technical decision, because we all know he ain't winning by knockout if he happens to win. Wishing on a star. You know what I mean? If he happens to win. But you rather take that bet. You rather take that Plant by decision, which, you know, you put 100 and you made yourself a cool 3,100. All he got to do is win by decision, which is a tough task. But that's why, you know, all you got to do is put a 50 spot and then win 1,500. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now, if you don't believe he's going to win, if you don't believe he's going to win, then, you know, you go Canelo. However you believe that's going to happen. I like Canelo by decision. Again, I believe this fight goes the distance. I like Canelo by decision more than I like Plant by decision. But I'm sprinkling something on this Plant by decision just in case the upset happens. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo by decision is the safe pick. That's how he beat Callum. That's how he beat Jacobs. That's how he beat Trout. That's how he beat Laura. You understand? You getting the pattern there? Or is you getting the pattern? Let me see what you said, casual guy. Bet, Ness. I'm going to throw away my last 1,000 into the distance. Thank you for the financial advice. No, I did not say bet your last 1,000. So you being sarcastic. And I definitely didn't say bet 1,000 on going the distance. Well, but I mean that is the safest bet. I don't care. So if that's your last, gamble that motherfucker. Let me see what your 1,000 turns into, though. That's interesting. Let's see if this grows you some balls here. 1,000 on this bet. 1,700 plus your 1,000 back. Better take it, baby. You know, you're going to kick yourself. I'm going to remember your name. Casual Bass Guy. He's the guy that didn't take the bet knowing that it's going to happen. I ain't going to have nobody mad, Ito. Because you know, like I know, Canelo ain't stopping fucking Plant. You know, like I know, Canelo ain't stopping Plant, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I should do a poll. Let's play a poll. I think I'm gonna do how. No. Will Caleb Plant go? And I'm going to go 5 to 6 rounds or 7 to 8 rounds. Because a lot of people think Canelo's a Mystic Mac and, oh, I'm going to knock him out in 8. And everybody believes him now. Or will it go 10? Nah, I'm going to just do 10 rounds. And then the full 12. That's what we're going to do. We're actually going to ask the question. Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. Will this fight go the distance? Will this fight go the distance? Let's see what the community thinks. And I guess I got to make one of these options. No. Canelo by KO, right? Or no, just put no. Doesn't go the distance. Then 7 to 8 rounds, 10 rounds. No, I got to change these up. What I got to do? I'm going to have to put this group as 1 through 6. And then this group as 6 through 11. And then the full 12. Let's see how that worked out. Wasn't the greatest poll, you know. The options probably weren't the best. Maybe we could have thought of some better options. But I just want to see how many people don't believe this kid can make it 12. You know? How many times has Plant been down? Once, right? Didn't he go down once? Let me check his resume. So, looks like we have a guest that should be joining us and has...
What's up?
Good morning, Dan. How are you?
What's the word, guys? Thanks for having me on. Got my coffee, ready to go.
So, Canelo has arrived in Las Vegas, man. I've become a bit of a bettor too, man. So, I'm going to be looking and listening to see if there's anything that you can offer me in terms of advice. Because I feel like this fight is going a distance. I don't know why everybody's putting their money on Canelo to stop Caleb Plant. I didn't see Jacobs get stopped, Trout get stopped, Cotto get stopped, Floyd get stopped. I mean, so many people didn't get stopped. Even the old man Kovalev, who his ex-trainer said is an alcoholic, went 11. So,
But he got brutally stopped.
Yeah, but he made it 11. So it's like, if this guy's at the end of his career, his trainer's saying he doesn't take it serious, he's not training, and he's drinking. I mean, this young man who's been with Coach Larry Wade because they made it seem on part 2 like he just got with Larry Wade. I know that he's been with Larry Wade from the beginning, so it's just like, I don't know. But you sound almost like you are going for the stoppage.
No, I don't make picks, but I think that the fact that you brought up that he's, Jacobs and Plant, it's his first American that he's fought, first guy that he's fought in his somewhat prime, Caleb Plant. The only thing with Plant is that he just hasn't really fought anyone. The level of competition it's such a drastic step up. I do think he has the elusiveness for the first couple, maybe first half of the fight to give Canelo problems. But the thing that he lacks, Plant, that I think is what's necessary to disrupt Canelo is volume and power. I mean, that's what Golovkin did. He's got volume, throws 70 punches around. He obviously has the power, Golovkin. Plant doesn't really have that. Those 50 punches around, not known for his power. But over to Canelo, those fights where he doesn't really step on the gas until he has to. He lost some rounds to Saunders just off of sheer inactivity of just not throwing punches, kind of waiting him out. And then boom, I'm going to strike, break your orbital bone, fight over. So it's hard to tell with Canelo. I can see it going the distance, but a stoppage late would not shock me at all.
Yeah, that's where the money's at for sure. It's like at a minus 200 for Canelo by stoppage. I just don't know. I feel like Plant has such good legs too. He's gonna use those legs to get out of danger. And when's the last time we've seen someone move as well as Plant versus Canelo? You can give Billy Joe some sort of credit.
He's not really. I mean, the thing with Saunders is like, yeah, he's southpaw, but like everyone thinks every southpaw is slick. Like Billy Joe Saunders maybe slick like 6-7 years ago, not so much anymore. But it's hard. Yeah, it's tough with Canelo too. So what it sounds like from you is like you're convinced that Canelo is going to win. You're just figuring out how.
Yeah, no, I pretty much believe he'll win by decision, though. I mean. Daniel Jacobs started his career at 154 and got knocked out by Dimitri Prague 20 years ago, and Jacobs didn't get hurt by Canelo, or go down or get knocked out. There's just so many other men that didn't, And this guy is a natural 68, a really big 68 too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got this wingspan. He looks like an eagle sometimes.
So he does. This is his thing. He does this whole. I like Plant. I mean, I think he's he's an interesting character in the boxing game. He's certainly dedicated to the sport. You can't say that he's not. And that's the most intriguing part of this fight for me, is that it's an American. It's a guy that's like in his prime. It's a guy that's a true 168 pounder. He is tall. He's 6'1", but Canelo has no problems beating tall fighters. He's fought now 4 fighters above 6 foot since 2017. He's outlanded them 2-1. He's landed 173 body shots in just 38 rounds on fighters above 6'1". So he just hammers to the body, and maybe that will slow down Plant, because that's going to be Plant's game. He's going to be moving in there. He's going to try to show angle. He's going to try to do things that Canelo hasn't seen since the Trout and the Lara days. But if Canelo can get inside, and he's kind of mastered how to go to the body on taller opponents, that could really slow down Plant. And then he goes upstairs, and then, his placement is just absurd. Being able to just crack Saunders like that, being able to crack Kovalev one-punch power. I mean, the guy's, his accuracy is something to behold. I think it's 47.2% power connect rate, which is number 1 at 168. It's number 3 in all of boxing. It's only Errol Spence is above him, and there's one more that's slipping my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's easy for the star to put together the stats. People are giving him so much praise for being able to undisputed in under a year, but it's like when you're in control of the sport, he's sending out the offers, things are under his terms. It's not hard. You're the face of boxing, and everybody wants a Willy Wonka ticket at Canelo. But when we talk about those stats, 38 rounds, you said, right?
38 rounds, and his last 4 opponents above 6 foot, it's been 38 rounds.
Which would include Billy Joe, Yeardom.
No, not Billy Joe. He's under 6 foot.
Really?
Yeah, it's Rocky Fielding, it's Chavez Jr., it's his fight with Smith, Kovalev and Smith.
Yeah, I figured.
Not a murderer's row. But
exactly.
Still, this shows you
all
like
Eastern Europeans. No, Dan. All Eastern Europeans with that dumbass high guard. Of course, they're gonna get hit to the body.
I know, but listen, he's in there with a tall guy, and this is his game plan.
He'll never land that many body shots on Plant. First of all, Plant gonna be hitting him with so many feints. When's the last time someone feinted at him? Maybe Billy Joe.
He's not gonna land 173 body shots in 12 rounds. If he does that, that's just. Then Plant has some types of abs of steel. But I don't think it's going to be a washout like some of these past fights for Canelo. I think it's going to be closer. And I do believe that.
I believe it'll be closer, but I just believe Plant is going to make it to the finish line.
That would be nice. That would be some intrigue. Canelo's the last couple of Canelo fights, we kind of either knew what the decision was going to be at the end, or his opponent was leaving, dazed and confused after being knocked out. There's some intrigue. That's great. I mean, that's good. We can use that.
So now you said Plant throws 50 per round. Does he still throw 50 in the 10th and the 11th and the 12th?
He's pretty steady. He's actually a guy that comes on late. I thought he was a fast starter. And that was something I was looking at when I was putting together these stats for something I did for PBC. Did a video with them, and I was like, maybe
on
he'll
Instagram,
come out.
Right? I seen it on their Instagram.
Yeah. So I was thinking like Plant will come out. He'll come out quick, kind of like try to steal the first couple rounds. But he is a guy that comes on late. He's guys that he gets stronger as the fight goes on, throws more punches. But 50 around is like modest. That's like kind of like the average. But the thing with him is he outworks his opponents, and the thing with Caleb Plant is anytime you throw out anything with him, you have to put out a disclaimer that he has not faced, not even close to the top competition. But in those fights that he's had, and you can only fight the guy that they put in front of you, he outworks his opponents. He outthrows them, he outlands them. He just has he just has a motor, and he's able to outwork them. But that's not going to be the case, I don't think, with Canelo. Well, he is going to outwork Canelo because Canelo doesn't throw a lot of punches, but he's going to be thinking a lot more in their Plant.
And what about his accuracy? You got any stats on his accuracy? How accurate out of these 50? How many are landing per round?
He's pretty accurate. Plant that's his thing. I mean, he's precise. He's got a really good jab. He throws lands 6 jabs around, which is right at the top of the division. Throws about 25 jabs. Those are good numbers for jabs. Like the jab numbers are declining. So if you land 6 per round, you're in some like rarefied air. There's only a couple guys that even land double digits when it comes to jabs. There's only 3 guys in all of boxing that land 30% of their jabs. It's Golovkin, it's Joshua, and it was Wilder. I think he just slipped out. So the jab is kind of like a lost art, and I think that he's going to need that in this fight.
I'm glad that his numbers show that the jab is there, because I feel like that's the key. I know that sounds cliche too, right? They say the jab,
Yeah, but
everything's off the jab, but I think that's what's going to disrupt Canelo. If you think about his last 5 opponents, no one was a mover except Billy Joe, who didn't really move,
Yeah.
We expected him to.
Right. If it was Billy Joe from like 2017 when he beat Lemieux and he looked
Exactly.
unbelievable and he's doing this. And
Yes.
yeah, everyone's just like, oh, Billy Joe Saunders is slick. Like people get locked into one
Fight.
type of style for a fighter. Yeah, he was slick 5-6 years ago. Like I do think Plant's got a lot more movement in there and is a lot more to give. He's only 29. He's 29. Hasn't really been in a big fight yet. It's got a lot going for him. Larry Wade, I really believe in Larry Wade. I think he's a great strength and conditioning coach.
He did wonders for Luis Ortiz.
Himself. What's that?
He did wonders for Luis Ortiz. Ortiz looked better in the second fight with Larry Wade.
That guy's an unsung hero.
Yeah. When you think of his performance with Wilder, the way that his body came in that second fight, you got to credit Larry Wade and obviously the determination and willpower of Luis Ortiz. And that's kind of what I'm hanging my hat on. I've known Caleb for years, and he's always been with Larry Wade. So it's like, how is he not going to have the stamina? How is he not going to be durable enough? But I am also trying to convince myself that Canelo doesn't get the stoppage. But I'm trying to use stats. That's why we got you on, because it's like,
yeah, man.
I know Plant has improved. I know Plant has improved that he's not, or that he is on that level of some of these past Canelo opponents, these big names.
It's so hard to tell though with Plant, because he just hasn't fought anyone. I wish he took somewhat of a challenge in his last 2 fights. Mike Lee, Feigenboots, Caleb Truax. It's good for him. He was able to fight in Nashville. He was able to headline on Fox. I'm sure he made some good money. But, what did it really do for you? I'm a firm believer in iron sharpens iron. I just would have loved to seen him in there with even like a B-level opponent. None of those guys that listed were even B-level type of guys. No disrespect to any of them. It just is what it is. So it's hard to gauge Plant. It's hard to say, oh yeah, I think he'll go the distance, and I think he'll come on, and I think he'll have a gas tank. But what happens when he gets hammered to the body from the first couple body shots that Canelo lands on him? Let's see. Is he going to have the crispness on his punches? Is he going to be able to throw those 25 jabs around in the 10th, 11th, and 12th round? It's a lot to ask for from a guy that we just simply don't know. Like, where does he at on the elite level?
What did you think of the production for the All Access? And I guess particularly the second episode is the most recent episode. Have you?
Yeah, I like them. I think they're really good. I mean, I think we haven't seen Canelo like this in a while, because, Dazn doesn't really do these types of things, or if they do, it's not on the grand scheme like Showtime does them. This is like 24/7 days. So it's cool to see Canelo, in there with his family, and he's now coming to his own where, he's speaking English. He's kind of got a command of who he is. He's not afraid to say anything, like the Ryan Garcia comments just last week. And then this stark difference over on the side of Plant. He's so hungry, he's so serious. Like, he's got his wife, and I didn't realize that she was a D1 track star. I've gotten to know her a little bit over the years, and it's just cool. They have their own little thing going, and he's just like kind of willing himself, constantly telling, I'm doing this all my life, doing this. He's got like a script, like, I'm doing this all my life. Like, this isn't like a job to me. And I like it. I like the stark differences. It's good to see Showtime invest in this. I know they want to please Canelo and keep him in the fold.
I hope they please him, honestly. I was pretty upset he didn't take that rumored 3-fight deal, because, it would have been an unheard of 3-fight deal the way the fight fans were thinking. We were considering Plant, Benavidez, and Charlo, which is a grueling schedule. that I highly doubt any, elite level fighter would do. But the fights are on the PBC side. I mean, given he gets out of this fight with the win, what would you like to see him do? Because he hasn't been answering that. But before this fight was made, there were rumors of a possible move to 175 for Artur Beterbiev, who's now facing Marcus Brown.
Well, it's the thing with him is he's got all the freedom in the world, and yeah, we would have liked to see him just take that 3-fight deal, but it's like if you're Canelo, it's like, well, I don't have to. I can literally do whatever I want. But I've been banging the drum for either Benavidez or Charlo, and I wish those two would have fought because that would have just raised the stakes of a fight with Canelo even more. But everyone seems to be doing the same thing, and I can't fault them at all. It's just waiting for that lottery ticket, waiting for the name to be called for the Canelo sweepstakes, what Plant did, and it worked out for him. But, I would like to see him stay within the PBC world and, maybe fight on Fox pay-per-view, just anywhere where Canelo is put out there more. If he's on NFL Fox Sunday type of thing or anywhere where he can be marketed the most. I understand Dazn is important for him because he says that his fans can see it more because it's a little bit cheaper than a pay-per-view. But, you're getting to the point where you're kind of running out of options over on that side of things. Beterbiev, I'm pretty sure, is aligned with Top Rank. So that wouldn't even be a DAZN fight. That would be probably some type of ESPN pay-per-view. I do think he'll fight. I do think he's interested in going up to 175 in the next couple of years. But eventually he's going to have to see Benavidez. I think Benavidez is a little bit more advanced than Charlo. I just don't know what Charlo is. Like, what's going on with Jamal Charlo? Like, he had one fight in 2021. It was against Montiel. He didn't look good, and he's gone into the witness protection program. What's up with him?
Well, there was heavy rumors about like $40 million that they offered Golovkin. Obviously, Golovkin was more interested in Marotta, and they don't want to do business with Andre. Andre burnt those bridges, so he's not going to get that option. So Charlo's in no man's land, hoping.
He's in no man's land, man.
Hoping and waiting that that those Reynoso interviews come to fruition and he does get a shot with Canelo.
Not only is he in no man's land, but he's not even in the weight class that Canelo's fighting in. So, make a move, jump up to 168, fight someone at 168. Fight not Uzcateki's got all the drugs, but fight someone like that. Kind of push your hand a little bit. I know, who knows? Maybe. But
don't you feel like at this point, if he moves up now, Canelo might leave? Not because of Charlo, but if he does undisputed, there's no guarantee that he's going to stay there and defend.
Yeah, true. But where do you think Canelo's going to settle in? I don't think he's going to fight at 175 for the rest. I think 168 is going to be his.
Honestly, listen, if I've always said, even 2 years now ago, I think Canelo beats Beterbiev. Beterbiev's been put down by way lesser men than Canelo.
Yeah. We'll see what Beterbiev's got when he fights Marcus Brown.
I don't know that Marcus is the guy. Hopefully Marcus can will himself to be the guy, but I don't know that he's the guy. He didn't show that in the Pascal fight.
No. Pascal might have been on copious amounts of anabolic steroids.
Very true.
I just want to see Beterbiev pushed. We saw him in his last fight. He was coming off COVID. Didn't look great. Looked decent, but he isn't you're right. I agree with you that he isn't this this boogeyman, this world beater.
No,
this,
he hits
oh
hard,
my God,
though.
we gotta stay away from Artur Beterbiev. Come on, the guy's 35. He's a little bit chinny. You're right, but even if Canelo does jump up to 175 and fights Beterbiev, I don't think he'll stay there for too long. You think he will stay there?
I mean, I can see his move, right? He can go after Joe Smith first. More of a blue collar, doesn't have the amateur background. Feel the power with Smith. Take that belt, and now once he's got a belt, he's in control of the division because he's the cash cow. So
that'd be kind of cool, though.
Yeah, I think he
What's
can
the thing
do.
with Canelo? He's just showing us different rank. He's showing us things he's making us dream a little bit. It's how far can this guy go? How big? Who can he really fight? I think that's pretty intriguing. Because not a lot of fighters in his stature would do those types, take those types of risks. I understand there are. These risks are against guys like Joe Smith who are limited, but it's still intriguing to see a guy kind of jump up there and not just stay in his comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. I had an interview with Shakur Stevens not too long ago. Good morning, Shannon. Afternoon to you, obviously, in the UK. This is Dan
Hello.
Canabito of CompuBox.
Dan.
And what's the name of your show, Dan? The Live...
Inside Boxing Live.
Inside Boxing Live. So I had an interview with Shakur, and I want him to do that. Like, I'm tired. I guess I've been watching boxing too many years already, where it's like, I don't want traditional. Everyone unifies. Now the new thing is undisputed, and I get it. You know, only Zab and a few people have done it. But for Shakur, I would love him to not say 2 years from now, me and Tank is a great fight. I want Tank now. I'm the only one that can beat Tank now. Jump up. Tank hasn't unified or undisputed a damn thing, and he's still the biggest name in his division and around his division, and one of the biggest names in boxing. You know, when you get rid of all the big name heavyweights, you gotta eventually fall on to Tank's name.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think it seems like Shakur isn't starting to understand the business side of things, or someone in Top Rank is kind of in his ear, like, you know, you're not getting Tank next. So if you're gonna call him out, you know, make it reasonable and say in a few years that down the line is a big fight. It is, and I wish it wasn't that case. I wish it was, you know, where we're getting these big fights. You know, we could have a Super Bowl 4 or 5 times a year with the amount of young talent that's in boxing right now, and all in their same weight classes, and so visible now because there's 4 different platforms for you to watch all these guys put on their talents, man. It could really be something, but, you know, I get kind of caught up in that, like, what if, and like that was dreamland. But, you know, in reality, we're getting some good fights. We are getting good. It's not always the best versus the best, but more often than not, especially this year too. I know there was a big break in the summer where things were pretty damn slow, but you know, we're ending the year pretty strong. There's a lot of unification fights. If you take a look at 2021, when it's all said and done at the end of the year, you're gonna look back and say this is a damn good year for boxing.
Do you think that Shakur could be becoming the new Terrence Crawford over at Top Rank? I just seen an article with Bob Arum saying that he wants Oscar Valdez to fight Emmanuel Navarrete, who will be moving up from 26 to become a 130-pound fighter for the first time, and once again have the Mexican versus Mexican fight, but finally give Shakur a Mexican in the loser of Burchell, which, you know, obviously Valdez defeated.
Wasn't it Stevenson would fight Burchell? This is a 4-man little thing they're doing here. I mean, is this the least shocking thing I've ever heard? Oh, Bob Arum is trying to marinate and trying to drag this out a little bit longer. And this goes back to what I've said for a while, is that Arum, Top Rank, and all these promoters have obligations to their networks. Mm-hmm. They can't just burn Shakur versus Valdez next. You know, it is a great fight, and I think it would do great ratings, and especially if they put it on regular ESPN. It's like, how can we, you know, make this into like a 3 dates? How can we turn this into 3 dates for ESPN? Well, I got Navarrete, who's pretty fan-friendly, but is also a featherweight, and he might be able to give Valdez some fits, but the fight to be made right there is Valdez versus Stevenson. It's like right there in front of us.
I just don't get why they think it's smarter to prolong it versus giving Shakur Valdez the unification and Navarrete and Burchell the undercard, making the next opponent. Like,
yeah, I know. It's hard to figure out. Understand, but then like you figure it's like these guys, you know, they're running a business. They kind of know what they're doing. Brad Goodman is the matchmaker at Top Rank. I mean, look what he did just past weekend at MSG. That, you know, if you take a look at that bout sheet, you were like, all right, this is a ho-hum card, and ended up being banger after banger. So I know they kind of know what they're doing, but it's a little frustrating. You're right. I'd like to see Stevenson. You know, he's finally getting big opponents, and that was the one thing with Stevenson that I've told him when I've interviewed him. It's like, the reason why, this was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, the reason why I don't think, you know, people leave you out of like the top young fighters, and it's not on purpose. It's because like you're not lumped in with the lightweights, and you don't have like a rival. Like you don't have someone that's constantly being asked about you, and vice versa. And now he kind of does. Like Valdez could be that guy. If he comes out of this beating Herring, Valdez, he beats Navarrete, he beats Burchell or one of those guys, I mean, that's a pretty damn good run. That's like kind of more impressive than whatever Crawford has done.
Shan, what's up?
What's up? Buenos dias.
How are you?
I'm okay. It's a bit tired. Just had to do another Zoom thing and then get on to talk boxing.
Well, let's bring it back to the topic. Obviously, Andy Ruiz wants a few names. Most seem like he can't get. He mentioned Tyson Fury, who's obviously going to be busy with the WBC and Dillian White. Joshua's busy with his rematch with Usyk. And then he mentioned Usyk and Wilder. The only name there, obviously, that makes sense is Wilder. They're on the same side of the street. I want Wilder, too. What do you guys think about that fight? Do you think that Al, with this new conversation, right? They've started conversation at least with Canelo. Is Al capable of making Wilder, Andy for Cinco de Mayo with the, I guess...
No Cinco de Mayo.
With the okay of Canelo? Because we went through his resume.
Canelo, that's Canelo's day.
Yeah, but we went through his resume, and he's missed that date quite a few times, especially in the recent... and he has missed it before.
Pandemic.
Yeah, but he has missed it before that too. Like he kept the date from Khan to Gennady 2. He kept those dates, but before that he missed it, and after that
he missed. What did he miss? He missed 18. 18, and I know 20 for sure.
I think it's the September ones he keeps missing.
Yeah. For the September one.
As of recently, he's definitely missed, the May one. I mean, the September
3 years,
one. The September
May one. 3 years. 3 years. But I think if that date is available for him, I don't know if he'll give that to Andy, but it'd be nice if he gives it to Andy. But
think about it. What is he gonna do next? No one even knows. Like, is he gonna find something big enough for Cinco de Mayo in time? If he beats Plant,
True.
There's really nothing for him to take that date for. And that's a stablemate. That's a stablemate.
Yeah, if there's nothing bigger for him, then you may as well pass it on to Andy.
I'm sure you guys seen Canelo rubbing his butt, so it means like they're friends. I'm not just rubbing any grown man's butt.
What was that about?
That is just too much. I know.
I didn't know tattoos on
it's
butt
feeling
cheeks were a thing. Tattoos on butt cheeks are a thing, or is that just something Andy did?
Furthermore, just show it to your girl. What are you showing it to Canelo for?
I just looked on Twitter, guys, and Eddie Hearn teases a potential O2 Arena fight for Canelo in 2022 and says Canelo has told him he would love to fight in England. That's just
yeah, he did say that. Yeah,
there you go.
That'd be awesome.
That definitely means he could take the Cinco de Mayo
Well,
date.
we don't need Cinco de Mayo because in the UK we don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
That's what I'm saying. So that means Andy could take it.
A lot of people celebrate it here that have no right celebrating it here. So it happens all over the place. How about sticking about Andy Ruiz? I would love to see Andy Ruiz fight Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin's a guy that needs a fight.
No.
If it comes
a
down to fight.
The rumor was Andy Ruiz versus
Luis Ortiz.
Yeah. I don't want to come on.
I don't even want to see that. I don't even see that, man.
I don't mind Luis.
Wilder. Let's just get.
I would love that. You're right.
Let's get to as Chulo would say. Let's get to some sexy fights.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any
sexier than Wilder Ruiz. That's been kind of rumored for forever. And when Ruiz won the titles off of Joshua, I was like, okay. This means we're going to get this unification inside the PBC. That's a huge fight. So marketable because, I mean, look at the fan base that Ruiz still has to this day. He's got millions of followers on Instagram, and I know that doesn't translate, but he is a hero for forever, being the first Mexican heavyweight. And then Wilder and Ruiz, that's an explosive fight. I mean, that would be great if they just tabled everything and just was like, hey, let's just make this in April. And I think that's the type of fight that Wilder will get up for. He's not going to take like a Charles Martin fight. He's not going to take some type of rebuilding thing. He needs to go big. He's 35. Like, you got to taste.
He's 36 now.
36, exactly. He's getting older by the minute. You got to put him in there with someone that's going to, inspire him to train.
Yeah, I think Andy Ruiz in the spring. Well, hang on. He has to serve 6 months suspension to be cleared. So that would bring it up to March, April.
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
But they say it. 42 days for Tyson Fury in 6 months.
He could just go to a doctor and get medically cleared. If a doctor clears him, he cleared him.
Is it for his head or his hand?
That's all that matters.
Both. Well, it's for his head. The medical suspension
He should
is for
kinda
when
take a
you've been
little break.
knocked out. You need.
Well, his
take the
trainer-
6 months.
His trainer definitely wants him to take a break. They said they want him to
Yeah.
start training camp in March and have a May fight. That's why I feel like Cinco de Mayo with Andy makes the perfect sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that makes sense.
But what
then,
about
yeah.
Ruiz? Hasn't fought. Ruiz's last fight was when? It was March.
Areola. Was
Areola.
it March for Areola?
Yeah, so they're both gonna be coming off a
What, a
long
year
layoffs.
layoff?
Yeah.
That's a long time for Ruiz.
That's
Ruiz,
a long time for Ruiz, man. He can get 2 fights in that time, man.
Ruiz could fight like I guess Luis Ortiz is the name that I
for
was
Ortiz.
Yeah, but if
hearing,
you-
but
if
that was
you
supposed to
throw-
happen in December. That was supposed to be a December pay-per-view, and that kind of went up in smoke. And now it looks like Ruiz is kind of pivoting and trying to figure out who he wants to fight. And I'm sure that if they're drumming up a Wilder fight, he'll just wait.
But the truth is, if you throw Luis Ortiz in there with Ruiz, he's a southpaw. He's not preparing Ruiz for Wilder. And B, last thing I want is Ortiz to win. And now we got to have Wilder fucking Ortiz 3. I'm good.
Ortiz ain't going to win.
I don't want to see that again.
Ortiz won't beat Andy. He won't
You
beat
don't
Andy.
know, man. Boxing has shown
know,
us stranger
boxing's
things.
wild,
He's a
fuck.
southpaw. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Dan, I
I
know
still
you're
want
I
Andy
didn't
for the
think
win for
Ruiz
that.
looked that great against Areola.
No,
Exactly.
he didn't. Fuck.
He looked
Hopefully
better.
Pitt
Like
gets better.
he had an effort. That's what I liked. He had an effort late, and he was throwing 50, 60 punches almost every round. Ruiz, and he at least he got up off the mat, and he was able to score some knockdowns of his own. Like it was intriguing, but it wasn't like he didn't seem elite to me at all. But still a fun fighter, and I would love to see him versus Wilder.
He lost
Well-
weight and that punch resistance
Yes.
diminished.
Good
Well,
point.
Dan, I know that you're short for time. I want to thank you, obviously, for coming on the show. Catch Dan on Inside Boxing Live. Him and it's your dad that started CompuBox, I remember from our last interview. So,
Yep.
he's also runs CompuBox. And
Okay.
we appreciate your time. Please give out all social media and anywhere they can follow you or your schedule for your lives.
Yeah, man, you can follow me at Dan Canobio on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter's the best place to follow along. Throw a lot of stats on there. A lot of the interviews I did had Boots Ennis on last week. I have this week coming up. I got Barack Best from Dazn show. My guy Lee Groves, who's part of the CompuBox team, with some really interesting stats on Canelo. I mean, this next month is going to be phenomenal. This month of November is going to be really good. So every week, just putting out different type of show where it's a lot of stats and it's just some information that usually you don't really get out there. And that's my little lane, and I'm going with it. And thanks for having me. I love.
Yeah, I'll definitely
you guys.
follow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love what you guys do, Ness. I think you guys do a great job. The Boxing Voice. It's very important. I love talking boxing. Just keep it up.
Thank you, man. And I look forward to any stats you might have on Crawford Porter. Please tag me because I want to see how accurate Porter is. He throws a lot of punches. He brings a lot of pressure. But how many of those damn punches actually land?
Yeah, he's not really accurate. He's the type of guy that would just smother you. And he's got a good jab, though. That's an underrated aspect of Porter's game is the jab. But Crawford is on another level when it comes, obviously the eye test, but his punch number, his stats are just absurd. So that's the one. After this week, I can't wait for Crawford Porter. A lot of good fights. I'm happy to bring stats to those.
All right.
Can I just quickly ask, what star sign are you?
What's
I
that?
know it sounds weird. What star sign are you?
Star sign?
Yeah.
Astrology.
Gemini.
Oh shit! Shout out
Is that
to
good?
you.
Is that bad? I don't follow.
That's great. That's
No,
great.
because
I'm a
you're
Gemini.
analytical. I'm a Virgo, and we're quite analytical. We like numbers and stats, so I
Yeah.
just thought
Well, I
maybe
was
you
just
might
born
be a
into
Virgo.
it. I had no choice. I came out of the womb telling you how many punches around Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
you came out together. Oh, with Mike Tyson.
I would have
Great
just.
stuff.
It would have just. No matter what.
All right. Well, Dan, man, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Shout out to the Gemini, man.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad he said his last name because I was going to say Dan Canabito, but it's Cano. He said Cano Bibo, right?
I don't know.
Because he did. I thought it was always Canabito, but it's Cano.
I don't know. You should know. I don't know. I didn't
The
even
dude
hear
that
it.
left name is Dan Canobito from CompuBox. His dad is with CompuBox.
Dan Canabito. Yeah.
His dad is the creator of CompuBox, and
Wow.
and you know he does the boxing inside live, and
That's-
he works with
that's a channel
PBC
that I
too. He
wanna
just did
follow.
something big with PBC, giving all the stats for the Canelo fight. But it is
Hold on. I heard you
Arrivals.
cap.
What?
I heard you. I
Cap.
got to rein you
Cap.
in.
What I
Rein
cop
you in.
about?
Capadonna, El Capitan, Cape
Oh, boy.
Verde.
Here we go.
How is Caleb Plant stronger than Callum Smith? Are you crazy? Callum Smith went up to 175, just knocked the shit out of someone in 2 rounds, sparked him out clean. You wish Caleb Plant was stronger than Callum Smith. Maybe you made a mistake. I'll give you a chance to rectify. Go ahead.
No mistake.
Go ahead.
No mistake.
You think Plant's stronger than 175 Callum Smith?
Mm-hmm.
You crazy. You capping.
Watch this.
You cray.
Let me pull up 2
You
Instagrams. I'm
You
gonna,
cray.
I'm
I
gonna
wish
pull
I
up
could have
2
asked that to Dan. I forgot.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
pull up 2 different Instagrams and show you 2 different people.
Crazy.
I'm gonna show you 2 different people,
Crazy.
and you tell me what do you see.
This is crazy. Oh, you're mad. Loco.
Callum, where's Smith? Right here. Look at him. Look at him, y'all.
Ness, you be
Wait,
crazy.
which one
There's
is
no
this?
way.
Oh yeah, this is
Callum
Callum
Smith
Smith.
is, Callum Smith is 6'3". Don't care what you're going to say about height. 6'3". He had no right even being a 168er. I said that. I called that from
Look
the
at
jump.
your man's Callum Smith in his
One
last
seven-
weigh-in.
This is
This is
not
his
my
last.
man.
He looks frail. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna show it to. They're gonna see it before you. Obviously, you need to.
Yeah.
Wait
two
or
devices.
go
Oh,
straight to
that's
YouTube now. But this is Callum Smith. This is fucking Caleb. Smith, Caleb. Smith,
Crazy.
Caleb. Smith.
Crazy.
This is
it hasn't
Smith.
popped up on me yet. Oh yeah, okay.
That's Caleb. Again,
Yeah,
this
bro,
is
bro.
Smith.
Bro. Yeah.
This
No.
is Caleb.
Callum Smith is stronger.
You're crazy. Man.
Caleb has no knockout power. You know this, and I know
Yo,
this.
but
Even when he was fighting, like your dude said, Dan, big up to Dan, said fighting low-level competition, C-level fighters. He didn't even knock. He wasn't even knocking them out. Like, come on, dude, let's get it. Let's get it together, Chulo.
Shan, I'm glad you called me Capadonna. What's Callum's biggest knockout?
Well, the one I saw just last a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
So
I'll stand by that. Yeah, I'll stand by that.
So basically, you're telling me that his biggest knockout is a no one.
Bruh, that's we seen big. We seen
Shan,
big boxers
Shan,
knock
be
out
careful.
40 no ones,
Be
and
careful.
it's still named as something. So
That's just what I was about to say. I was about to tell you, be careful what you say next because you consistently see you can't be a hypocrite on this show. No,
because
let
I'm
me
going
finish.
keeping the same energy.
No,
what
you're
you
not.
say.
You're not keeping the same energy because you call Wilder's 40 knockouts bums.
But I'm going with your energy. So you told me they're not bums. You told me it's not like that. You said it's still impressive. See? Yeah.
But you wouldn't accept that. So now today you want to be hypocritical and say Callum can knock out a bum because it's impressive. You see how your argument changes?
No, it wasn't.
I mean, I'm not gonna call Lenny.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call Lenny a bum. He's a Dominican.
Exactly.
He's a Dominican, but he's never won a world title, and he's definitely D plus C level.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But okay.
He's not even
There's
Randall
just-
Bailey. He's not. I mean, there's
there's
so
just
many.
no way that
he's not Chop
that-
Corley. Like, there's so many journeymen that he's not that you can't give Callum Smith credit for that.
I can't give Caleb Plant. I couldn't see Caleb Plant flooring Callum Smith.
But listen, again, who's his biggest knockout? And Dom
You tell me.
was a 60-pounder.
Let me see.
George
Let me see.
Groves was
George
old.
Groves.
George Groves was old and been knocked out twice by Carl Froch before. Plus went
Still
into
knocked
that
him
fight.
out. Still knocked him out.
Plus went into that fight with off of a healed shoulder injury. And there's no one else to talk about. He hasn't fought anyone. Like the fact that people talk about Caleb Plant's resume. No, but the fact that they talk about Callum Plant's resume saying he ain't fought him. Look at Callum Smith's resume. Like, who's he fought? He didn't even knock out John Ryder.
Was Callum Smith an Olympian?
I don't know. That's your guy.
I think he was. Let me just check, because I think he was an Olympian as well.
I mean, he didn't even knock out fucking Ryder. Come on, man.
Bruh, I just know that if you put
They're
Callum
one and the
Smith,
same is
if
all I'm
Callum
saying.
Smith came back down to 168 and he fought Plant ain't knocking him out.
All I'm saying is they pretty much look the same to me. They haven't fought anybody. They haven't knocked out anybody. But one looks physically stronger than the other. That is evident. You don't need a resume for that.
It's only because of the height.
Well,
height
Callum
difference.
is taller.
Callum's taller, so he looks a bit more stretched out, right? When you look more condensed, obviously, but they're at two different weight cuts, so
They're not even on the same.
Callum is heavier,
They're
right?
not even on the
He's
same
at
level,
175.
man. Callum can't even fight as good as
Bruh.
Plant, bro.
It's on 175, bro.
Callum
He's
can't even fight as
175.
good as Plant. You know it, and I know it. Callum got that dumbass Eastern European high guard style. That's why he got
I didn't say he's a
that's
great
why he got his
fighter.
dumbass
That's where we're
arm
not-
broke.
Yeah,
He
I
got
didn't say
he got
was
his
a great
bicep
fighter. What I'm
bust
saying is, he's
from being
stronger
a
than-
high guard
I don't think he's
user.
Okay, I'm just checking if he was Olympian, because I'm sure he was. Too long. Hang on, professional career, amateur career. Great Britain. I mean, wait, is this dude an Olympian or not? Commonwealth.
Ignorant
Commonwealth.
boxing. You just be here on Saturday. I'm gonna be here to wipe your tears.
Ended. It ended in bitter disappointment. Okay, so Smith's bid to become GB's boxing light heavyweight representative at the 2012 Olympic Games in London ended in bitter disappointment and controversy at the final Olympic qualification tournament in Trabzon, Turkey. He lost in implacable fashion.
No Olympian, no power, no names on the resume.
Same with Caleb Plant. No Olymp-
Not true. See? So,
Was Caleb Plant an Olympian?
no.
No, he wasn't. No Olympian, no power, no names on the resume.
You know what?
They're pretty even.
To be truthful, George Groves is a name.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a
I don't
name.
know. I don't know that my American audience would remember him 5 years from now, but I know George Groves, and I remember him. And I actually was, man, when he first came out, I was high on him because he's
George
not.
Groves is in the Calzaghe. No, not that George Groves. Who's the one that Calzaghe fought? The redhead guy. You know Joe Calzaghe fought him.
Yeah, but who?
Guys, what's his name? What was his name?
Macronelli?
George Groves. Oh, not for Brit. Guys, give me the name. George Calzaghe with
Jeff Lacey? B-Hop?
Oh,
Roy?
the names come out of my head. And Carl Froch. Did Carl Froch fight him as well? I don't know. Carl Froch didn't fight him. George, Joe Calzaghe.
I don't know. I'm lost.
Right, you guys are bugging.
I'm lost, man. You took me. We were
You
talking
should
about
know that.
Groves. We were
I
talking about
forgot his
Groves.
name.
You
It's
went
literally
into
at the tip of my
Calzaghe.
tongue. Yeah, I know. I just thought for a sec. It's because his name's George. That's why. I'm sure it is. Calzaghe.
They saying Steve Collins.
No, it wasn't Steve Collins. Collins. No, you guys got me speaking in an American accent. Collins. It wasn't Steve Collins. No.
Collins.
Collins. Oh man. Was it George something? Guys.
Shout out to Puff Puff Pastries.
Bugged out.
Kessler?
Groves. Calzaghe backs Groves.
Kessler?
No, Groves. No, not Mikhail Kessler. Groves, isn't it?
What Groves, though?
Sure, his name was George Groves. Sure, his name was... You guys don't know any British boxing over here. Where's my UK people?
Yeah, but George Groves, he did fight Froch, but not Calzaghe.
No, he fought... Yeah,
George Lopez, the actor?
He fought Froch. He fought Froch. They had a grudge and they did 2 fights. Yeah. It was Carl Froch. Sorry, I was just wondering if this Groves, who this Groves was. That's all. I don't know.
I could have told you that shit a half hour ago. Yeah, he fought Froch. I told you he got knocked out twice by Froch.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Calzaghe, because Calzaghe was supposed to fight Froch and then he didn't fight Froch and then he retired.
Really?
Undefeated.
I never know that.
Carl Froch wanted to fight Joe Calzaghe. He was accused of ducking Froch and then he retired. Calzaghe retired like 50 and 0? Something like that.
I really want this Wilder fight though.
Back to US boxing. What we know. Go ahead. Yeah,
I'm just saying, you're talking old UK boxing.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind talking. I know a bit more of US than UK. Can you believe it? I'm only getting up to speed on some of the UK shit. Fucking hell. Yeah. So many of them.
Too many of them.
I don't know. But I want the Wilder fight. Wilder v. Ruiz would be a mad one to break down.
They could do a silver title.
I'm sick of. We don't want no titles. We just want.
No, because it puts you in line. Nah, it puts you in line.
Puts you in line for what? To be in Super
to fight Dillian White Tyson winner.
Well then.
Because if Andy beats Wilder, then he needs the route to that way.
Because you know him, I just want to fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah. Who do you see winning that fight? Chulo.
50-50 fight at this point.
That's a mad one. I know.
Wilder, he didn't show the improvement that I wanted him. Like, he showed improvement, don't get me wrong. But he didn't show the defensive improvement that I wanted. So, Andy loops around the guard. And Wilder with the 52 block shit, that shit ain't going to work with Andy. That shit ain't going to work.
And Andy goes for them equilibrium shots, the hooks. And Wilder don't fare well with a hook, as we see. He loses straight away.
Andy punches in combination too. Andy punches in combination, so you really can't do 52 blocks with him because he bringing it around, under, uppercuts.
Got fast hands. Andy got fast hands.
The thing is, he might have issues reaching Wilder. Is Wilder taller than AJ or is AJ taller than Wilder?
Wilder's taller by an inch, just by an inch. 6'7", AJ 6'6".
Yeah, but the thing is, Wilder's untraditional, so normal people block. He leans back.
Lean back.
Yeah, so he might get away from some of Andy's shots. But the beauty with this fight is Andy gonna beat that body up. He gonna start low, come up high. You know what I mean?
But then what happens if Andy gets clocked with the right?
It's over.
You don't know if you're getting up, Andy.
It's over.
Don't know if you're getting up.
Well,
but you know what? Andy got chin,
Yeah, he got up from AJ's shots.
Andy got a chin, but what we saw with the Areola fight, punch resistance minimal.
But we saw he got up from the AJ fight. And
yeah, he got up, but that's not the same as a straight flush right hand from Wilder. I don't know if he would get up.
I mean, he's got 3 Fury fights to learn. Like, Fury has learned how to deal with Wilder's power.
Yeah, but that's just innate. That's just how he's built. You can't train for that unless you can.
It could be the weight. It could be the weight, and Andy's big.
Yeah, man, there's big people that can't take that. Their punch resistance is still low, and then there's little people and their punch resistance is high. You don't know until you're in the ring. You can't. Well, you could do sparring and get someone you can't spar someone that's got the same right hand as Wilder. It's hard. You can get someone that's lean, his physique, his height, but a one punch knockout artist to spar, I don't know where you can get that to see if your punch resistance is going to be able to take that. So you're going to have to learn in the ring.
Who do you bring in if you fighting Wilder and you're Andy and Reynoso?
Just the normal FA Ajagba. Because he is the same stature as Wilder. You could bring in.
Do you think Reynoso could get FA? FA is with Kamara. Kamara? I don't know. He's with Shakur's trainer in Texas and Houston, and he's a top-ranked fighter now.
I don't see why. If it's a paycheck, like FA Ajagba's just come off a loss, he's going to need some
money.
Work.
He's going to need some money.
Some work and money. Yeah. So. Yeah, I think they could get him. Is he the proper replica of Wilder? No, he's the closest, but he's got explosive power.
I would bring in Hellenius too.
Robert Hellenius, the Nordic Nightmare, good one to have. But doesn't really replicate Wilder, but
no, it gives you the height and reach.
Stature, the height, reach.
You got to bring in. You got to bring in. Look,
he's a blocker.
You bring in. You bring in Hellenius for the height and reach.
Then you got to for the power.
You bring in FA for the power, and then you got to bring in somebody heavy to lean on him. You know what I mean? For that extra weight, the height weight. You know.
You may as well get a Joe Joyce.
I mean, I just don't think FA, Joyce, those guys are not coming to your camp.
They're not coming to your camp, are they?
They want to fight you.
But would that make sense? If they could, would you think a Joe Joyce would be a good juggernaut to be there?
If Andy and his team aren't afraid of giving away any tips in camp, you know what I mean?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Because I feel like Joyce is a potential opponent. Joyce is on a tear. He's going to be someone's problem in the next 6 to 8 months. So
I don't think he'll be fighting Andy Ruiz at any quick point. I just don't see that matchup happening.
No, you're right. But if he wins that WBO somehow, you know, beats Usyk somehow, if Usyk beats AJ and Joyce beats Usyk in their rematch of the World Boxing Super Series, I mean, I don't know. Boxing is just headed in the right direction. You know, these guys are finally starting to fight each other.
I'm excited. About it.
The fact that we're sitting here talking about Wilder versus Ruiz and Wilder's first fight back would be amazing. And
I hope he does come back and fight. Like, don't just let us be guessing, talking about this for another year, and then Wilder's silent. We don't hear nothing. Just come out and fight, dude. Because we went through 2 years of I'm in an hour and conspiracy theories. I just want to clear the air and
according to Malik Scott, you know, they're already talking boxing. They had promised each other they weren't going to talk boxing, but they've been talking boxing. Malik says he's been waking them up, still watching the Fury fight, waking them up at 2, 3 in the morning to talk boxing. And that he wants Wilder back in camp by March. And that Wilder doesn't want a light opponent, but that Malik doesn't want another Fury level of opponent.
So in the middle.
But so I feel like
Andy Ruiz would be in the middle.
I don't think Andy's in the middle. I think he's above the middle, but I do think that he's
above slightly.
I think he's above the middle, but I think that he's
middle top.
He's worth the risk because he's shorter. You know, and he's heavier, so his stamina can't match Wilder's. Like, if I'm being strategic, it's like, all right, well, Andy's gonna have a tough time reaching my fighter. Andy should tire quicker than my fighter.
I don't know if Andy tires quicker than Wilder. What I've seen, Wilder tired after the second round.
After the first round. But that was the last fight, and that was versus Tyson, though.
Well, you're going to have to go back. I think he needs to drop that weight. Don't come back in at 238 with Andy. Andy's like 238 now, isn't he? So.
I just think Wilder's tiredness that we seen wasn't lack of training or lack of stamina. It's the anxiety, Shan. You get in there, and everything you worked on ain't working. You know what I'm saying?
And you are a bit too heavy.
Your mind is like, yo, what the fuck? And you doing all this new shit, but it ain't working. And you're like, what the fuck? You understand? You start panicking, and that causes you to get tired. That's what I believe. Because
anxiety,
that shit wasn't
but
working.
I still believe he was too heavy.
What was he? 7 pounds? He was 7 pounds.
238, man. Wilder's.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying,
cool
Shan.
215. Wilder's good at 215, 220.
Shan, it's 7 pounds heavier than his heaviest. That's not a big deal. Like, he's been 235 before. Like, I've been in camp, and he's on interviews. Like, I'm about 235 right now. Like, 238 or 237, that's not a big deal. He weighed in at 231 too before. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure he weighed in at 231 before.
231, and that was still too heavy.
Nah.
This is what we're saying. Yes, it was.
Go keep checking and tell me he doesn't have wins at 230s. He's got wins, man. Like, it's Fury, Shan.
He's had wins. Wilder's had wins at 230. The first fight he came in, and where he had a draw, he was like 213, but really he was like 209. But previously, he's had 230 wins. I don't know because I didn't really follow him like that, so I didn't know that. I thought Wilder sat comfortably between like the 213, 220 realm.
Nah, man. Nah, I'm pulling up his resume now. I'm pretty sure he hasn't been 213 consistently.
Yeah, he's been about 215, 216.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Just listen. Not consistently.
Yeah,
On the first fight, he was sick. That's not his weight. Like I'm telling you, I've been in the camp. He's never
Pull
been.
up the box rec then. Listen.
I got it up. You not
Tell me that,
listening.
I am.
You're not listening. Look, his title fight, right? The first one with Bermain, 219. Eric Molina, 229. That's 9 pounds away from the Fury fight. Dua Hoppus, 228 3/4. Spielka, 228 3/4. This is technically 230, Shan. Look, Chris Arreola, 226 3/4. Gerald Washington. Gerald Washington, 222. Bermain Stavern, 220 3/4. Now you see him getting low. Luis Ortiz, 214. Tyson Fury, first fight, 212. Tyson Fury, Dominic Brazil, back to 220. Luis Ortiz, back to 219 1/4, which is 220.
Okay, so he sits well in the 220s.
To
I wouldn't
230s.
say the 230s. The whole of
everybody
the 220s.
went to school. You round up after 5.
Yeah, but
228.
what I'm saying, he sits well from 220 to 229. The whole of the 220s. That's what I was saying. From the low end to all the way to up, gearing up to 230. Cool, I got you.
So yeah, man, I just like that fight. I like that fight. I hope they
How
can
do we
make
know if
it.
it's gonna happen? How long do we have to wait so we know
I mean,
what Andy's
I
doing?
think we'll know sometime in the next few weeks because Andy did say he would like a January return. Wilder wants May, but I just don't see January as realistic unless Andy's in camp right now. I don't see how January is realistic for him.
No, it's not realistic for Wilder. January. He's gonna have to.
No,
have a
not
quick
Wilder. I
pickup.
mean Andy. I know it's not realistic for Wilder. I'm saying for Andy, unless he's in camp now, a January date isn't realistic.
Why?
Because we're in November.
Not for Wilder, but for him in general.
Oh my God, you don't listen.
No.
I'm not talking about Wilder. I'm saying for Andy, I don't
In general.
Yeah, because you need 8 weeks for camp. You got
Hasn't he not been in camp? Just training anyway.
I just want.
That's what you just said. I know. I know you want to punch me. I know.
If this was your face, because I just said unless he's in camp, it's gonna be hard to get that fight
I heard
off.
you say it as well. I know this. You know what?
That
it's like
Zoom meeting. What happened? They cut you a big check at that Zoom meeting?
It was an interview for an online magazine for my music. So yeah. I need a big fucking check, mate.
Because something's on your mind today.
It's not. We had a good show. I had a good show yesterday with Ronnie Shields. Great
how'd that
fucking
go?
show.
How'd
Great.
go?
It was a great show. Uncle Ron. He hit me up
Ron.
today. Shouts out to Uncle Ronnie.
When's
AJ
AJ
Chulo,
getting there?
am I sending you the t-shirt with I'm just doing you the black transparent.
Yeah.
Okie dokes. Yeah, and I'm gonna send out the t-shirts for
When
Ronnie.
when is AJ getting to Texas?
He's going back. I think he'll be going back next week.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I just
he's
hope
going
the
back next
Charlos don't be having them out in the nightclubs and shit. Like, yo, bro, you never been to a Texas strip club?
I know. It's gonna see some thickies.
I know. Texas thickies and shit.
Texas thickies is next level thickies. Yeah, AJ be like, I know the type
AJ
that he
single?
likes. He don't really like the thickies, you know.
Nah.
He likes the kind of the small
Petite.
Dainties.
Petite. He did
Yeah,
steal
he likes
Con
the
Girl.
petite
He
model
did like
girls.
Con Girl. You're right. Con Girl was pretty skinny. Do you believe that? You believe he really dated Con's girl? Because Con,
I don't know.
I mean, why would Con?
I think he just fucked her, but I don't know
Wow.
about dated.
Yeah, I know. Because like, why would Con come out and say that? He's stupid. I would have never said that. He made us all.
Me
aware.
neither. Silly man.
He made
And
us
then the
all
other
aware.
girl, his baby mother is slim as well. Very.
Who, AJ?
You could say skinny. One time he was on the Breakfast Club, and the girl that he said that he saw one
What?
time.
Y'all got a
she was
Breakfast
short-
Club out there?
No, y'all.
Oh, he
in
was
New
on
York.
Charlie May?
Yeah, but just
Charlemagne?
before he lost to Ruiz, when he thought he was fighting Miller, he went on to the Breakfast Club. Yeah, and he was talking about a girl that he liked. There was this small model. She's petite, man, small, short, and petite. So I just looks to me that he likes small. I don't know if he's gonna really want the Texas dickies.
Yo, do you think that they would put Adam Kovnacki off a loss in there with Andy?
That'd be fucking pointless. I wouldn't want to see that. And don't they dare put that in fucking PPV.
Styles make fights though, right? That is a slugfest.
Kawanaki's he's a bit done for the minute. He's just so C-level, D-level. No. Give Andy's respect on Andy's name a bit, man. No. I don't want to see
So
Andy.
what kind of level, like who you would like to see Kovnacki fight with? Because it almost sounds like you don't want to see him no more.
I wouldn't like to see Kawanaki fight, Chulo. I've got no interest.
Damn, shit.
Oh, I'm just telling you the truth.
Off of one loss, he's
2 losses
to the same guy.
Okay, but we're done now.
Man, you're terrible. This is why this sport is the way that it is. You guys are throwing fighters away with 1 loss.
Not throwing him away. I just didn't see that.
Shan, you literally said you don't want to see him no more. That's throwing him away. You said, I don't want to see him no more.
Sure, I don't know. Because I feel like he did all this. That was an upset the first time round. And then you come back, man, and I didn't see any adjustments.
But he's in the same Wilder situation. Ain't nobody throwing Wilder away. We sitting here excited about Wilder's return.
Yeah, but it's different level. But at least it's different. With Wilder, it's a different level. It was at an elite level. Cool. You got beaten by an elite guy twice. Cool. I saw some minor adjustments still from 2 to 3. Adam Kawanachi, I saw none. I saw nada.
So what do you think about Adam? Not Adam.
Nothing.
Not Adam. What do you think about Andy versus Robert Helenius to get him ready for like a Fury height, Wilder height?
Yes. I'm with that. It's kind of like a tick over until he gets to Wilder. With that.
Common opponent with Dillian White. Nice height to get you ready for the bigger heavyweights.
And he's good with the tall guys.
And Helenius, you know, he's coming off of the 2 Adam Kovnacki wins.
Yeah, exactly. But then how about this? I said no in the beginning, but as a tick over, why let's not see him with Ortiz? Ortiz needs a check, man. Shit.
Yeah. I would like someone to give Ortiz a shot. You know, these other heavyweights, they're not really offering Ortiz an opportunity to make some money. And
and he's shorter. He's more.
The thing is, I'm afraid though, Shan. I'm afraid that Ortiz wins, and then we might get that Wilder 3.
Oh fuck! No, I don't think Ortiz can beat Andy. Honestly.
Shit, I didn't think Areola would fucking drop Andy.
I know. I think mate. No, I'm still gonna stand firm and think that Andy beats Ortiz, but it's gonna be a nice fight. Get Andy's blood running again.
And let me tell you, Areola dropped them right hands on Andy, man. Helenius dropped them right hands on Adam. He might could do that shit on Andy. He tall too, man. You punch him down.
Once he connects, he's got harder. He's heavy-handed, Nordic Nightmare. Very heavy-handed, but he's mad slow.
He is slow. That's a good fight, though.
Andy got fast feet.
I like that fight. That's a decent fight, man. Bro, Instagram said they was gonna give me my control back on the 2nd. It's the 2nd. I still can't even log into my shit. I mean, I could log in, but I can't do nothing.
It will be at the end of the day.
I know. They on UK time and shit. Well, they probably on Pacific time and shit.
I don't know. You know, I think they may. They're in PTS, Pacific. What standard? PST.
Yeah.
Pacific.
I hate Pacific time.
I know, it's so in the past.
It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I hate when I'm in the West Coast. I always miss my show. Like, I can't really do my show at 4 o'clock over there. I'm not ready at 4. I need it at 7. In the morning. No. Well,
in the afternoon.
The morning is 6. It's really hard to get it done at 6 in the morning out there. But next time I go to Vegas, I got to try that. Because I always stop doing my show when I travel. I hate that.
No, you got to do it. You got to just adapt to the time zones, man. You just got to, I do it. And I'm not even going anywhere. It's just depending who I interview. I have to be on Pacific time zone. I have to be
forgot
on
I had a
Central
poll.
time zone, and I have to be on for you. I have to be on Eastern. I'm on different time zones every day. Me, yeah.
34% believe the fight goes the full distance. That's good enough percentage for me. I swear. That's
Not going
good
the
enough.
distance.
Canelo versus Plant.
Yeah, I did 6 to 11. I think that he's going to get stopped in like round maybe 9, like Billy Joe.
Honestly, I want that Canelo by decision, man.
It's not going to decision.
It is.
If it goes
man.
to decision, I'd be very disappointed. That'd be a boring ass fight.
How?
Obviously.
You wasn't disappointed with Trout or with Cotto or with Jacobs? Many people.
But Plant's not them. He's not like a dynamic fighter like that. And Plant don't have the gas tank. I don't know loads about Plant, but what I've seen, his gas tank is not. When you take him into deep waters, it's going to be finished. To see Plant do the distance, that's just going to be mad.
I should take my free play and dump it all on that shit, man. Will this fight go the distance? Si, señor.
No, señor.
Si. Let me see.
No, man, that ain't going the distance.
You
know it
crazy,
deep down in your heart as well.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Deep down in my heart, that's what I feel, because he didn't knock out Trout. He didn't knock out Laura. He didn't knock out Floyd. He didn't knock out Cotto. He didn't knock out Callum.
But
he took an alcoholic, a grandfather to the fucking 11th round. He took an alcoholic
Who's
grandfather.
the alcoholic?
Kovalev. He went 11.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Callum. I was like, what Callum Smith's alcoholic? Yeah, Kovalev, yeah.
He went
Kovalev
11 with
though,
Kovalev.
but that's not his weight category, though. So you got to give him some, like,
and that's the
things into
point.
context.
That's the point. This ain't his weight category. And this is Plant's weight category. Thank you, Trav. I'm right.
Stopped.
I'm putting the money down. Trav said I'm right. I'm putting the money down right now.
He's getting stopped.
Let me see what 20 look like. We're gonna be modest. 20.
I may not even do. Will I do? You what are you calling that fight live?
Hell yeah.
Obviously, I may call it.
My show is already
I don't know
scheduled.
if I'll do it on my channel.
I already got it scheduled for the day and everything. If you want to join us, just click the link.
I'll come in because I'm not sure if I'll do it on my own channel because I don't know if it's going to be as it sounds weird, but I don't know if it's going to be as mass interest on my channel. I don't know.
Because you got the UK audience?
Yeah, you know. So
I know.
And I want to be in the so I'm excited about this fight. So I don't want no dead energy. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather just come in and just call it with you guys.
I'm about to put this 50 spot on Canelo by decision.
I need to bet. Are you gonna send me these? Text me what I should bet on. Don't text me no Plant winning because I ain't betting on that. Just give me the bets, man. And I'm just betting like £10, £20. That's all I'm.
That's it. Doing. I'm clicking it. 50 on the decision. Canelo decision. Clicking it, man.
And how much? So how much did you put? 50 on the decision. How much you get if you win? 100. If Canelo gets the decision, how much you win?
I clicked it. I did it.
How much you win? How much you win?
I did it. I did.
Tell me.
I win 100 plus my 50 back.
Okay.
That's it. I did it. I did it. Because I don't want the line to move. I'm telling you, the line's going to fucking move, man.
So how much is it for Canelo to win by stoppage in the latter rounds? Is it doing a parlay like that? How it did Fury?
Well, Canelo just to get the stoppage is minus 200. Yo, what you mean? No, Trav. I didn't pick Plant by decision. I picked Canelo by decision.
Are you picking Plant to win at all on a bet?
The truth is, this is how I feel.
Change your mind now, haven't you, Chulo?
No,
you were saying that you
I'm always gonna put the money on Plant too.
Okay.
Yeah, because Plant pays you better. So if you could bet 10 on Plant and still make more money than you make on Canelo. That's what I'm saying. So like, if you bet $10 on Plant just in case, you still make $310.
Wow.
Because he could only win by decision. He ain't knocking Canelo out. And that's what I'm telling Trav. Trav is saying, no, I should have just bet this fight goes the distance. But the truth is, we all feel Canelo's going to win. I just feel he ain't going to win by knockout. And I'm sprinkling something on Plant in case my boy could do it. Wishing on a star.
Oh, no. God. Are they going to hire you to sing the fucking national anthem? Disgraceful.
I don't even know that shit.
I do.
I
And I'm not
remember.
even American.
I remember we did a Border Wars and we didn't have nobody to sing it, so I told the mayor to sing it, and he ain't know that shit. I'm like,
Really?
bruh, who the fuck knows the words? We know to hum it, and we know a few words. Like, I don't even know how it starts. Oh, there it goes. By the dawn's early light. Something, something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but
For real. Don't know all of it.
stars and something, something.
Yeah,
Some
yeah, it's
more
true. We don't know all of it.
stuff
But
that I
I'm
don't
not
know the
supposed to know all
words.
of it. So, you know, our one is dead. Our God Save the Queen.
I know
one.
yours.
Dead.
I know yours.
Do you?
Yeah.
God save
No.
our
Isn't it?
gracious
Isn't
queen.
it? Isn't it?
Long live our noble
No,
queen.
no, no. That's not the
Yes,
anthem.
that is our anthem.
Your-
Don't tell me I'm
Your
British.
anthem is
God Save the
Sweet
Queen.
Caroline.
No, that's not our fucking...
Ba.
You think the Queen gets bowed and curtsied to sweet fucking Carolina?
Yo,
They're
that's
like off with their
that's
heads.
the
That's
unofficial. That's the unofficial
one.
anthem. Sweet
want-
Caroline.
Carolina.
Ba, ba.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that was
unofficial one.
hilarious.
That ain't the real one.
The
Our one's
UK,
dead.
they know how to party when it comes to the fights, boy. They be out there chilling.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. We love partying.
But the
we love
poll,
drinking. They can drink,
I got a
right?
poll. Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez. Will this fight go to distance? 20%,
No.
20% believe it will not go to distance. 11% are voting that it ends between the first and the sixth rounds.
Wow. I said 6 to
35%, which is overwhelming, right? That means that Canelo has about 20, 50, 67% in favor that he wins in one way or another. While, you know, only 34% of the people believe that the fight goes the full distance.
Muy interesante.
Who is Sweet Caroline anyway?
I have no idea.
Who's Caroline? She must be one hell of a UK broad.
I know. Oh, Caroline. I just know Shaggy's one. Oh,
Yo,
Caroline.
didn't
No.
wait, wasn't it Andre 3000?
Yes.
Caroline, didn't they have a song called Caroline too?
Caroline. It was a weird song as well. Yeah, it was Caroline.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
don't know.
I might be thinking of Miss Jackson and shit.
No. There was Caroline. Nope. There was
Ness ain't
Caroline.
flip flopping, Karma. I always told you Canelo by decision, but I'm picking Plant. I'm betting on Plant. Like, we know that. We know.
I thought you was flip flopping because I thought you said you did flip flop. Mentiroso.
No.
Because you did say you said that Plant was gonna win. Yeah, dead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm picking Plant, but we know Canelo's gonna win. I keep telling y'all that. It's like I'm rooting for Wilder, but we going for Fury. Like, we know the deal.
I know the drillio. Hit you with no delay and so what you saying, yo?
Silly with the ice grilly when I forgot.
Yeah, I got it.
Silly with the ice grilly. I don't know.
Hot
How
shit.
How he says it?
We're a vibe. Sick.
Oh, he said that's Outcast.
Yeah, it was Outcast. Yeah, Andre 3000 is from
Roses.
Outcast.
It's called Roses.
Why is it called Rosie? But did he say Caroline?
Damn,
Yeah,
Mitty says Sweet Caroline is really from America and the UK just stole it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Cool.
You learn something
jack
new
shit.
every day.
Come to your trap and take over your trap. Welcome to the UK. That's what they do.
I think we
Divide and
probably
conquer.
gave y'all that, like, more like,
No,
yo,
we divide and conquer.
I
That's
think
what they did,
we were
not
more
me.
like, yo, we don't really use that shit. You can have it.
No. We was like, whether you like it or not, we taking that shit.
I think we was like, yo, there's no Caroline Sweet over here. You take that.
We gave you the names. We gave you New York. We gave you New Jersey. We gave you. So if we took that shit, we want that song. It's ours.
Okay.
Don't forget how the divide and conquer was.
I got a super chat from DSV and Company. Ready for that Elvis fight? Bounce back, kid. I don't know. I'm hearing that fight might be tough for Elvis. Let's look this kid up. Oh, shit.
Is that the Muhammad Ali geezer? There's two. There's another one. That's not him.
This
There's
another one. This is Elvis.
Oh, I
Rodriguez, the one that got cut from Top Rank.
I think I see him fight. Did he fight like in the last 6 months? think I see him fight this Elvis dude. Would you say he's with Top Rank?
He got cut from Top Rank. He's with PBC now. Rodriguez.
Yeah, big up Lisa. I saw we watched that fight.
What?
No, my friend Lisa. I'm sure he's watching that Elvis. It's ringing a bell. I didn't know who he
Lisa
was.
with a Z?
No. Oh, she's coming on my show tomorrow.
Oh,
actually.
yeah? Lisa with a Z?
Yeah, Lisa with a Z. You're supposed to come back on my show as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anytime. Juan Pablo Romero. Damn, he's undefeated.
Got to think of what we're going to talk about.
Who the fuck is this guy? Oh, but he's from
It's
Mexico.
low.
He's from Mexico. Damn. That sucks. They put him in there with an undefeated Mexican. You know, these are the guys you don't know nothing
Pressure
about.
fighter, nothing, and they give you upsets. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Knock your block off coming forward.
3
Done.
parlays to make in this fight. Big money on the plus 170 fight goes the distance. And small money on the draw and plant decision because of the odds. Shout out to Trav FDY. That's what I'm telling people. You think this fight could go to draw? It's a plus 2,200, Shan. That's low.
It's not.
That's
It's not
low.
getting a draw.
That's low, Shan. Listen, Wilder Fury won. It ended in a draw, and guess what was that? Plus 47, plus 3,700, which they really didn't think it would be a draw. That's what I'm saying. This one they think is a draw because they got it at plus 22.
Plus 2,200.
Yeah. It's more probable in their eyes.
More probable in their eyes, yeah.
And if it's probable you get a
getting
draw,
shit.
Shan, help these people do the math. If the bookies think this fight is the probability of getting a draw is high, what does that mean? That the fight goes 12.
That's the pipe.
That the fight goes 12.
It's the distance.
That Canelo can't stop him. If the bookies think the fight could end in a draw,
In a draw, it goes to the distance. So they're saying,
I'm just trying to
alluding
teach
the fact
these
that it all
guys
goes
how
to
to
the
make
distance.
money. I'm just trying to teach them how to make money. That's it.
Bruh, I need to do a one little bet. I just don't know what. Oh, yeah, but that one, guys, in the UK, the MyBookie don't work for us. Discriminatory.
Why?
Has every country.
Pounds and cents.
Even has Cape Verde on there. It has Cape Verde on there. And you can't have no UK. You can't. There's no UK on there.
It's because the UK only wants to fuck with William and Betfred. And
William Hill and Betfred, I guess, isn't it?
They got shit on
So I'm gonna have to do it
Smash
through
over
there.
there, man. But
good.
we got a super chat from Boxing. Ness, tell them about how Plant is different. Hashtag the slap heard around the world. They know it.
Well, no slap all around the world. I watched it yesterday when I watched his what was it? The All Access. I saw it properly from that angle. It was a skim. It was great. It was like that. Oh,
Yeah, but
sorry.
Shan, the
It was
point
slap.
still
Fuck,
remains, right? Anybody that watched 300,
What, the fucking
legit, Keller Plant is King Leonidas.
I watched it, so I don't know.
So, in the ending scene of the 300,
Spoil it. Go ahead.
Leonidas knows it's a wrap. All his men are dying around him. He takes the spear in his right hand and chugs it at the fucking giant. Just cuts his cheek, rips the earring off. Does nothing to that god. Just a little scrape. But to that god, it was like, he got me. Because no one ever does that shit. And that's what Canelo felt like. What the fuck? This nigga just smacked me. Let me tell you, Shan, I'm gonna tell a real life story. I had to be 17, 19 years old, man. I remember, what the fuck was this dude's name, bro? I don't know his name. And I couldn't beat him. I'm not even gonna lie. I could not beat him. You know, I didn't know, though. I didn't know.
What happened?
Just walked up to the porch. I'm chilling with my Dominican friends. We got bachata on and everything. I'm drinking Heineken. You know, Nereida. My man just was like, 5 fingers across the face. Woo! And honestly, this is why I respect Plant so much, because I sat there for a few seconds. I don't know how long it was.
Stunned.
Yeah, because you don't know. You don't know how
Like,
long
what
it is.
happened?
Like, time just stops. Time just stops, and you're like, oh, shit, this motherfucker just slapped the fuck out of me. And it's like, bro, get up. You can't just get smacked in front. Do something. And that was probably the worst thing I did, because he was so good at fighting. Like, I wasn't even, like, on his
Did
level.
you know? Do you know him? Did you know him?
Yeah, definitely. I can't
So you
remember
had-
his
you
name
had
right now
problems
because
with
this
him.
was years ago. I was a
Yeah,
child.
so
I
you
was
had
like
problems with
17
him,
or
yeah.
19. But I couldn't.
And he beat the brakes off of you.
It was like, it's, you know, I don't know if people go through this because not everybody has gyms. You know, you got to be from an inner city. So it was like my first time fighting someone that not just could fight, but was a fighter. He had to be a boxer. Like, I couldn't land anything, and he was countering the shit out of me. Obviously, fast forward now, I know he was countering me.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Then you didn't know that.
back then, I ain't know. I'm just getting beat the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And, bro, I even picked up bottles. I even picked up 2 bottles, broke them on the curb, still couldn't cut them.
Get him.
No, I couldn't cut them. Like, I'm swinging with nothing. Like, my man was in the Matrix Loma on me.
Yeah. Wow.
But
Wow.
I say all
Yeah, it
that
just
to
happened.
say that, you know, a smack is serious. It's more than a fight. It's literally so much more than a fight. I've seen people get smacked and not want to fight.
Canelo didn't get smacked like that, children.
No, yes, he did. It's
No, he
Canelo. See, I'm nobody, so my smack is amplified, but I mean smaller. But it's Canelo. He's not supposed to be smacked.
to get a skim. I get what you're saying. Like, how dare, like, nobody does that to Canelo.
Exactly.
I get it in that
Exactly.
angle.
And
But
that's the mental edge he's got going into this fight. It's like, dog, you fighting someone that don't care. He just realized that. He just realized that that day.
Caleb Plant don't give a shit. I
And
know that. Facts. He
I
don't give a
hope Caleb
shit.
Plant, you know, I was very mad at Batiev. I ain't gonna lie. I was very mad at Batiev, Jamal James.
You guys better start with pronouncing real names.
What's his
really
name?
better than
How you
that.
say his name?
Butaev.
Butiev? That's a horrible
Butaev.
name. Anyway, I'm really mad at him, but I do hope Caleb goes into the fight with that mindset. Did you see that fight with Jamal James?
No.
Butiev? You're
The
terrible.
one where no. I
You
didn't
ain't just
it.
see
I saw-
Saturday's fight?
because we did. I had to see it because we couldn't
forget-
get the
I
fight.
forget
So
you
I
live
told you
over
that.
there. I forget
so I
you
had
live
to
over
wait
there.
for the highlight to come out, and the highlight was one round with Ennis knocking the shit out of Delorme.
But it was the other one, the main
And-
event.
And then
I forget you
what
live
was the
over
other
there.
one
That's the
rounder?
thing.
Yeah, we couldn't get. Remember, I was telling
That
you, Chula, I
sucks.
said I can't get the fight.
That sucks. That was a very good fight, but he's a very dirty fighter. But you're going to need that with Canelo. You're going to have to make it rough and uncomfortable. You got to show him that you don't care that he's the
That
king.
you don't give a shit. Yeah.
You can't treat him like the king. He's a peasant. And that's what
Yeah.
Butaev did. That's his name?
Yeah.
Butaev, that's what he did, bro. He was not playing any games with Jamal James. Any
highlights
chance
should
he
be on
got
now.
to cheat, he cheated. Any chance he got to cheat, he made sure he cheated in that fight. Little dirty fighter.
So how am I just realized my UK guys. So if the Canelo Plant fight is on PBC, how are we watching it on pay-per-view? What pay-per-view are we watching it on? Fight? UK people, holla at a bit.
That's interesting. You guys don't have an announcement on that yet?
Nope.
Wow.
Naughty.
6 days, 5 days away. That's crazy. We got the best dad ever that says, everybody's saying Caleb is easy work. How much credit will they give him for beating him? Because I'm confused. Plant by decision.
Nada. I'm joking. If Plant wins, that would be amazing. I'm not saying
Amazing
like,
for
look,
boxing.
Really, it'd be amazing.
Amazing
to be
for
fair.
boxing. Upsets are great. I'm telling you, I never had as much fun and
Sadness from
like that AJ loss. That shit was massive for my channel.
wow.
AJ Ruiz win and loss was huge.
Was it?
Yeah.
Numbers.
He got bigger in the loss thing. I don't think that a win over Andy, who was a late minute replacement, would have done the same level of traffic and media rotation as the loss. Everyone published it. Everyone
Loss was
published
crazy.
it. The loss went crazy. Andy's numbers shot from like 30 something thousand, or it was something crazy to a
it went
million.
to a million.
I mean, it was insane, man. Losses
It was
are good.
insanity.
Losses are very good for the sport.
I was gutted. Like I was gutted. I wasn't a content creator then. I was just like, I could not, like, I literally was, I was literally gutted. I was like, no. I swear
listen.
even a tear came. I swear.
I
swear
felt
I'm
the
not
same
gonna lie.
way.
I think a little tear dropped.
That second Wilder fight, I felt the same way because coming out of that first Wilder fight, I wasn't too bad. You know, it was a decent scrap. That second one, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was like,
damn. Even me for the Wilder fight, that second one, I was like, damn. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a fight that I can keep on watching. I don't know. I find it uncomfortable. I'm not, as you know, I'm not a massive fan of Wilder, but I just felt really bad for him in that second fight, like as I did for AJ with the Ruiz when he kept getting knocked down, AJ and getting up, and I was like, yeah, this is really sad. Yeah. But it's boxing. But when he lost to Usyk, I didn't feel that way. Maybe because it's a different hat.
And it don't even feel that way either, though. You know, that's Usyk is just not popular. Like, nobody even cares that he beat AJ.
Not to the level, do they?
Not to the level of Andy.
It's not to the level of Andy. It didn't send a shockwave around the world for this loss.
It didn't. It didn't.
Like that.
And I'm sure he's the first Ukrainian heavyweight ever.
But this is what AJ does. He makes the first champions of wherever they're from.
But that's what I'm saying. But there's
Mexican
no
heavyweight champion.
There's no hoopla for him though. Andy got so many spins because Andy was the guy next door heavyweight. He was the chubby kid. Like he was like everybody wanted to put him on TV because it's like, look, even you can be the heavyweight champion of the world. Champion. You know?
And he was cool. He was visible. He was like had a personality.
Nice personality.
He still wanted to come out and say, you know, he wanted to floss his jewelry. His Instagram started popping. Usyk's just nothing like that. Andy is a bit boring, but meaning within his boringness, we could see him growing as like wanting to show his riches. Usyk's bored. Like, no, I like Usyk, but he's not a showman.
I think Usyk
I respect him. I like Usyk.
Oh yeah, I respect him, especially after this win. I can't help. You know, I thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah, I respect him.
But Usyk is I bet you he is entertaining. Because you see him dancing, you see him dress up like the Joker. You know, you see the faces he makes, the voices. So I know he's entertaining. They haven't highlighted him. They need to put the cameras on him, you know, because I like that. Eddie, give me more money, Eddie.
Yeah. I like him, but I just don't think he wants all of that because he just said, like, you know, I've won this shit and I need to be with my family. I haven't seen them for 6 months. And I'm not about that. He's not flashy. He's not flossy.
Yeah, he definitely has a quote in the media where he said, "I'm not gonna celebrate like Andy Ruiz."
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, that's true. That's fact.
Super chat KDDR Ness. Stop lying to yourself. Keller Plant not making it 12. He's going to sleep on Saturday. Canelo going to make history and become undisputed. I just hope that we do get a fair decision. I don't want anybody being crowned for something they ain't do. That's all. If you ain't get it done, you ain't get it done.
Gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting.
Do not rob nobody.
Where's do me the mime? Do me. Shouts out to you,
Do me only comes on evenings. He can't
in the
do
night
mornings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been awake now early, but he's doing other. He's doing other shit.
Yeah. One sec, Amazon. 1 second. I can hear them outside. Give me 1 minute.
Okay. Do you? I'm gonna get to these super chats in the meantime. If you want to call in, you know the number to call: 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. We got Super Mix in Plainview, Texas. What up? Just shows Floyd Star Power. September, May used to really just... What? Just shows Floyd Star Power. September, May used to really just be... Got biggest anticipated fights. Even Oscar missed some of those dates. Floyd mastered it. Big Matthew, Ness, stop eating crow. You never predicted it right. What did I never predict right? Because I'm pretty sure I picked Fury over Wilder. I said I was rooting for Wilder.
That term that you guys got, that is, it's hilarious.
What term?
Eating crow. You know what our one? You know what we say?
What?
We just say eating humble pie. So British, isn't it? Yeah.
Humble pie.
We don't say crow. It's so funny. Stop eating crow. Where did that derive from? Crow.
Man, you gotta ask someone else.
I think. Do you know where I think it derived from? From old time slavery.
Yeah. I don't know about slavery, but definitely Middle Eastern days because it has the guillotine in it.
No, I think it's the fact that whatever they could like eat and get their hands on, like crow was the low level of bird that they could make a meal from. If I'm not correct, so eating crow was just like, oh God, but you know we're hungry, so we got to eat crow.
I promise you, I never even knew you could eat a crow.
Well, you can eat it. Of course, you can eat a fucking crow.
I mean, not that you can eat it, because you can eat any fucking thing. I'm talking about that people did it. Ever.
Bruh, that's why. Yeah, eat crow. It's the worst. It's not got that much meat on it, but we're slaves. We're hungry. We're going to have to eat crow.
Count Drago. Wilder versus Helenius in New York. Ruiz versus Ortiz in L.A. Why not put them all on the same fucking card, Don King style, man? Chargers pay-per-view, man. Give them to me all on one, man. Make good cards, man.
That Andy showing his bum is so gay. Please just stop that shit. We don't want to see that, man.
Ruiz versus Helenius is up next January. Watch. That's what Supermax is predicting. Ruiz and Helenius. Helenius has become the new name. They just put him in with Wilder and Ruiz. Damn. Javier in Anaheim. Let me go out to these phone calls.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm ready!
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by Big Rigs Trucking Agency, experts for all your insurance and trucking needs. For quotes and consultations, visit us at brtagency.com or contact us at 908-943-6918.
Javier, Anaheim.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, Nas.
What up?
Hey, you got to do something big for this fight.
What you want me to do?
I think you got to take it back to taking those pies in the face, dude. If you lose, because you've been bigging Caleb up big.
I mean, I don't know about all that.
But hey, but I was gonna say, the fact that you and Shan were comparing Smith to Plant's record and all that stuff, it's kind of comparable. You really think about it.
It is.
And even though I don't think Caleb's gonna win, I mean, I gave him credit for Smith. I thought it was a good win for him. And I think people should do the same. Give him credit. I don't think Plant's a walkover, but I mean, the thing is, I think Canelo's Canelo. I still think he's gonna win. He might not get the knockout. I don't think it's likely that he gets a knockout, but I think he'll probably put on a good performance. But either way, whoever wins, if it's a good fight, and I think if it's just a good fight overall, both guys are in the fight, I don't think people should be calling in the next day saying anything's a robbery or that Canelo just beat up a bum, because that's not what it is.
Yeah, Plant ain't no bum, man.
Yeah, but people are going to call in if he loses. Yeah, because
but those ain't real boxing fans. That's what I always say that those are not real boxing fans, man. They not real.
And that's what kind of bugs me about the sport. Two things can always be true at the same time. Canelo can have a good win and beat a good fighter. He doesn't have to be a bum. And Plant can lose and still be a good fighter. He's still coming up. He's still got a lot of time left. Yeah. So that's my comment.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. Javier in Anaheim. Let's see what else we got. JT, New Orleans, are you available? No JT. No JT. No JT. Let me see who's this over here.
Saying.
Shan, you got any interviews today? What's today? Friday?
No, I got a show though. I got but that's at 10:15 p.m.
What you got going on?
Weekly wrap up, just a weekly wrap up show. Well, I wrap up what happens over the week in boxing and fights that happened at the weekend, if any. So,
you gonna tell your audience about Canelo rubbing Andy's butt?
Yeah, the UK crowd would be like, "Oh, that's so gay." Yeah.
We got Junior in Arkansas.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I've been under the bridge for a while, but I see two Cranky and Canelo. Has anybody ever seen Canelo holding or fighting going back? I'm thinking, what if Plant open up a can of whoop ass on Canelo? He don't know how to hold. I never seen a fight going back. And Plant got four people there, four going against him. He got 4 against 1. He got the referee. He got the judges. He got the boxing commission. Then he had the people in Las Vegas. Even if he would get a knockdown, the referee might have called it a slip. I think these referee men doing all kind of things. Plant could even get disqualified. If he's doing good. So he got a tall arm. Plant gonna have to get up there and open up a can of whoop ass and hurt Canelo and rattle his cage and knock him out. That's the only way he's gonna win. He won't get a decision, even if he gets a clear victory. That's all I have to say.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in.
You might want to. You blocked that spammer. Good. Hate those people that spam.
CYP.
Yo, good morning. Got a couple of things. I know that my man Caleb Plant is very strong. Y'all know I know that. Me and Wade like best buddies. I done seen that man throw up 300 plus pounds on that bench. I done seen him squat a grip. Now, the fact that Callum Smith is 6'3" with that body frame, I doubt he puts up the kind of numbers that Caleb does, not because he's not strong, but simply because of his body frame. I work with athletes like that every day. Secondly, Ilder Alvarez knocked out Kovalev. Andre Ward knocked out Kovalev. Both of them dudes have an under 50% knockout rate. He's easy to knock out. He was damaged goods. Lastly. Whew. I really, really wish we can all get along. I just want Lady Shan to apologize for calling me a rapist, and I'll move on. CYP out.
All right. If you're on Blog Talk, you got to press the numero uno so we know that you want to speak and not that you want to just be on hold listening to the program. Coach J. Mack, New Orleans, are you available?
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it. Don't check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, something y'all was talking about earlier. I definitely agree with CYP before his strength. And I think Lady Shannon brought up weight cut. Weight cut is actually an individual thing. Some people just don't put in the effort or not willing to put in the work that is required to cut weight. So just because you come in at a weight don't make you more naturally stronger than a guy and you're bigger. Some guys are more athletic. Some guys live different lifestyles. So with that discipline, their body can get down, cut down, and fluctuate through weight better and pick up weight as well too, because weight manipulation is actually a skill set, especially in today's boxing. For as Canelo and Plant, I'm still standing strong on my pick. I got Plant upsetting Canelo. I think I done seen Canelo outboxed by smaller guys, with guys that can move well, they can move their place their jab, pick their shots. And I think Callum Plant go upset the world and pull this one out big. Plus his mentality tells me he don't give a shit about Canelo. What's the other topic? Wilder and who? Andy Ruiz. I think people wanting to talk that into existence. That
No, Andy
Wilder's
said
gonna-
that.
Oh,
Andy called him out.
Let me finish my statement so I could be clear. I think people want to talk that into existence, that you got to see this out of Wilder, you got to see that out of Wilder. Wilder just got his ass beat by the more superior, bigger guy, and that's just that. All this, he got his ass whooped. We don't know how he go. Look, maybe you can wish and see and hope on his downfall. I just think Wilder was the guy, a top heavyweight, and I still think he is. I think Andy Ruiz don't present the advantages that Tyson Fury had to give problems. Yeah, he got hand speed, but the fact of the matter is a shorter guy walking up into a guy who leans back 6'7" and punches down and knocks you out with one punch power will still be effective. So I mean, I don't think Wilder's going to struggle with Andy Ruiz. I think Andy Ruiz will get knocked the fuck out. Just that plain and that clear. I think Wilder destroys most of the guys at welterweight. Now we're talking to Joe Joyce and probably Frank Sanchez. They both possess the skill set and with the size and the height and the things they're capable of doing are making an interesting fight. Not Andy Ruiz. Only AJ have problems with a fucking Andy Ruiz. That's my call.
Oh, that's why I want him to take the fight, man. I want him to take the fight versus
Let's get this fight, man.
Versus what people I'm seeing YouTube channels talking about Trevor Bryan.
Oh, fuck that.
I don't even know, like, Trevor Bryan had one fight and it wasn't even on TV versus Bermain Stavern.
It was on TV. It was on pay-per-view.
Exactly. That's not TV.
Oh, okay. In that regard,
you gotta pay to watch that shit.
I watched it.
Wow. Why, you know Trevor or you did it because of Bermain?
No, I just literally just had nothing really better to do. And I watched it. I think he knocked him out in the 11th round. I think it got to 11th and Stavern got knocked out.
I really want this Wilder Andy Ruiz fight. Like, I don't think Trevor Bryan should get a shot, but like, why is Wilder gonna go after Trevor
Joe
Bryan?
Joyce territory. That's where Joe Joyce is. Daniel Dubois is going. Him and Frank Warren are talking about going the Bryant way to get the WBA because he's in line of the WBA. So
I like that fight though. I
like that fight. That's the level.
No. I like Dubois Wilder.
Oh no, Dubois not ready for Wilder yet. Don't put the little poor lad in there. He's just coming off of.
Really?
He came off a loss. Now he's coming off a win. He had an orbital eye fracture. Give him time. He's only like fucking
Shan, Wilder's fucking 36. Coming off
That's Wilder's business.
Listen to me. You're not listening again. You hate Wilder so much you're not even hearing me. Listen to what I'm saying.
Hate him.
Listen to what I'm saying. He's 36 coming off of 3 super tough fights. It is time for Dubois to get in there. He's a big puncher and he's younger by 11 years maybe. Like, what the fuck?
Doesn't mean that Wilder won't still fucking knock his block off. So what I'm saying is I don't think Dubois is still ready for Wilder.
Secretly, you really rate Wilder. Because listen, just think about this. No, before you answer, think about this. Name another 36-year-old coming off of 2 losses, arguably 3 in some people's eyes, that you wouldn't tell a 24-year-old to jump in there with.
Not many. This is what I'm saying. If any.
So you rank Wilder. You rate him. You just don't be telling the truth.
I'm fair. I don't really like his personality. I think it's bullshit with all the excuses. But it doesn't make me be clouded to know who he can beat, who he's still dangerous. I'm not subjective. I'm objective, and Wilder will knock Daniel Dubois' face off. Daniel Dubois don't got a jab. Wilder's not the greatest, but he's sometimes he can establish one. If he does his 1-2 down the pipe. Dubois, you saw what happened with Joe Joyce. I'm just saying, I just don't think Dubois ready for that. Let him go the little Trevor Bryant way. Leave the kid alone. Pull up his box rec. What's his stats? What's his record?
Who?
Dubois. Ain't they like 11 and...
I'm just saying.
11 and 1. Them dudes is little dudes.
I'm just saying, man. Wilder's 36. He's coming off of three tough fights.
Doesn't make him not dangerous anymore.
Listen. People are trying to put Ennis in there with Thurman, Virgil with Thurman.
That makes sense. You know why? Because Boots is on his 28th fight. I didn't know that he was. When we were speaking the other day, I should have did my due diligence. I didn't know that Boots had 27 fights by then. See that, and my whole stance would have changed. The Delorme fight wasn't good enough. Wasn't good enough at this stage.
Yeah, but Shan, he got 27 fights or whatever, but they not on that level. He just getting on television. So remember, he's not signed to a major, so someone was. That's
why he's getting overlooked.
Someone was getting him those fights.
Yeah, that's why he's getting overlooked, because he's not with anybody. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be above his level to be in with a Thurman, to be in with a Crawford. He's as good as them. I'm just saying, Daniel Dubois with Wilder, no. Wilder will.
I mean, the only reason the only reason I even said that is because you said that's the route Dubois is going. Wilder's the more popular fighter. If he turns his attention on Trevor Bryant and Shelly Finkel sends Bryant an offer, I'm sure they're gonna go with the Wilder offer.
Such a dead fight, Wilder with Bryant.
Well, it'll be a strategic move though. If you get
to take the WBA or regular.
And now we all know the WBA stands for what benefits Al, and what's gonna benefit Al. For you,
yeah, but who's in contention for? Is he above Dubois to be able to cut in line and be able to fight right? Because as far as I'm concerned, I thought Dubois was next.
That's what I'm saying. You're Deontay Wilder. You're gonna cut Dubois regardless.
Nah, you can't just cut Dubois regardless. You come off a loss, fam.
Bet you.
Stay in your line.
You know what it's called? You know what it's called? It's called petitioning. I bet you. He's not even ranked. They don't even got Wilder ranked in the WBA, but I guarantee you, if he sends a petition, listen, Lomachenko wasn't ranked, Sham. You could say it's not fair, but it's history. Lomachenko was not ranked in the WBC, sent the petition to fight for a vacant title and became the champ. That's how it works.
Well, this title's not vacant. The WBA one, can he still petition for that to be able to fight?
Any fighter can petition for anything, and remember, when you petition, the sanctioning body knows that means a check is coming.
Money, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
if you want to cut in the Dubois, go ahead. Whatever.
You muted yourself.
I sure did. Sorry. I just don't think that's a great fight. I'd rather see Wilder fight Ruiz, man.
I would definitely rather that, but I get it. If they're trying to be strategic and they're saying to themselves, look, we 36. We need the quickest way back to the top. Even though I think Wilder versus Andy will be an eliminator. That's the 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. So you could stay right where you at, try to get the belt back from the dude you lost to, or they told him Apollo Creed, like, look, this fight's all wrong for you, son. We don't need this shit again. You just fought him 3 times. Let's go to WBA.
Don't fight Fury again.
So that's why you don't go to WBC, right? You got to go to WBA to get a shot at AJ, because now.
Why is he still ranked in the WBC at number 1? Why is he still ranked there? Offered 2 back-to-back losses.
Because the only person that you could rank above him really is Dillian.
Yeah, Dillian is above him.
But that's the only person you can put above him.
And then it's Wilder. But why hasn't Wilder gone down in the rankings? He hasn't moved.
Well, he moved from champion to number 1.
Yeah, but he's got no. So he lost twice. Dillian was always the interim. So Dillian was always above. So Dillian was always above him. But when by the second loss, Dillian was above him. Yeah. So therefore, he was gone to 1 by the first loss. Sorry, by the first loss, you'd go to 1. Now you lost again in the third fight.
On the first loss, he didn't go to 1. He was not ranked on it because he had the rematch. So it was just Fury Dillian.
So they just kept him there until the rematch, and then they will Okay, so I get it. So that's why now he's only just gone to 1 because he doesn't need to be at 2. Okay, so because he had the rematch clause, we got to wait and see, and then we'll.
Let me Scott Cordona. So if you look at the top where it says free play, crypto reward, help center, you should see your free play money there. Also, I'm going to screen share this. Look, see, I don't do free play. I don't do free play because it comes with whatever rules, and you would have to click this that says how it works, and you got to click this that says opt in. I'm not really doing free play. I'm doing straight. You know what I'm saying? I just deposit.
Did you see that? Did you see that super chat? It's a decent amount one.
I ain't see it. Let me see. Who we looking at? We last stopped at Supermax, so I got to refresh.
GI. Is it GI? What's up, GI? I haven't read it, but I can see it. I can see it.
We got. I read Trav's. He told us about the 3 plays to make. Then we got Big Noah says Sweet Caroline is by Neil Diamond, American. Neil Diamond isn't.
Neil Diamond is
He's
Irish.
not Phil Collins, though. He's not
he
Phil
is.
Collins, right? So Neil Diamond didn't make In the Steal of the Night, did he? He probably did, I think.
Oh, that was Phil Collins.
Oh.
I love Phil Collins.
I mean, I love that Phil Collins.
Yeah,
After Jay-Z used it. Once Jay-Z sampled it, I start fucking with it.
Yeah, you're such a Jay-Z fanboy. Have you met him before? You have, haven't you?
I have.
I knew you had.
But he's totally treated me like
shit.
He ain't had time. It was just like the head nod. I was like, yo, Jay. He's like, uh-huh.
I see him on Watch the Throne with Kanye.
I'm like, yo, you whack. Yo, but how cool am I, though? The one time only in my entire life that I've ever gone to a football game, I get to meet Jay and Beyonce.
Did you kiss her?
I wish. She's beautiful.
Yeah. I seen her.
I just watched the movie last night. What movie did I watch last night? That girl is amazing. She's like gorgeous. Not Beyonce though. This new girl. I forgot her name. Oh my God, she's amazing. What's the name of that movie I watched?
Is she playing it? Is she playing a singer or she's just an?
Is
it a biopic?
She's actually playing a bank robber in this movie.
No,
what the hell was it called? Oh my goodness. It was on Netflix. Was it on Netflix or HBO? Lord, I can't remember her name. But did you see who's going to be the new Catwoman?
I was seeing bits of this on the Instagram. Who is it?
Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Oh,
Zoe.
yeah, that's it. Because that movie was trash the first time.
She is perfect, though. She's perfect, right? She looks.
Yeah, but Halle Berry was perfect.
But that's what I'm saying. She looks so much like Holly. Like it's like
the movie sucked.
Yeah, but that was back then. That ain't gonna be.
So what? It's gonna be a better movie now.
Batman series has picked up ever since Christian Bale became Batman. They've never gone backwards. The old Batmans like Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer. And who's the other dude? George Clooney. Those dudes were the funny Batmans. Like they were not real. They were still on the comic book funny side, like
sarcasm,
make you laugh.
Yeah.
After
this
Nolan Ryan,
Batman.
after Nolan Ryan, it got very dark, which I love. I love the dark Batman because he kills. He don't care. He goes above and beyond. It ain't just
he ain't got no time for no play.
Exactly. Superman with his stupid rules. The best dad ever says, how much credit will they give Canelo is the question. I will give him all the credit because I rank and rate Caleb Plant. I guess I can be.
Yes. Do you think, Chulo, is it because you have a relationship with him and he's been on your show? Do you think that compromises your decisions that you make when you're thinking about fighters that have been on your show that you tend to like?
Nah.
Tell the truth.
Shan, look at the man, Shan. He's a boxer. He's a boxer's boxer. Like, he's not flat-footed. He's not in front of you. He's a boxer.
Okay, but what I've said, in general then, just forget Caleb Plant. Does it cloud your vision of that fighters that you hang with, rock with, that you can't ever see them losing because you hang with them or you rock with them or you've been in camp with them?
No, because Shan, I told everybody before Fury fight was ever made, it's on audio. Everything I say is recorded. I always said Fury was the toughest fight. I met Fury in 2016. He came to the Spielka fight. When I shook his hand, I knew, I said it to everybody, he's going to be Wilder's toughest fight because he could box. They hated me for saying that he was our version's Muhammad Ali. This before he fought Wilder. Shan, nobody moves like him. He's the
I wasn't saying that. I was just okay. You said he gives Wilder problems. You didn't say he could beat Wilder.
No. I always said he was Wilder's toughest fight was my phrase.
Well, I've got friends that are boxers, and I just blatantly say that when they've got a fight coming up, and they're my friends, and as much as they're my friends, I say he's gonna lose.
Yeah, but Shan, you gotta understand that with me is different because I've been to so many camps. See, you gotta think of like for instance, Canelo. If you've been in Canelo's camp for the last 7 fights and you watch them knock down every sparring partner, how aren't you gonna believe in the power? No.
I believe in the power, but we're still here. I believe, aren't we boxing analysts? So we're still here to analyze. The power's there. We're not taking away nothing from the power, but just because you hang with a boxer, you have to still be objective and say.
And who said I wasn't?
I'm just because I don't really see it. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. Objective. I don't know how you don't see it. After the first fight, I picked Fury. I mean, that's objective. After the first fight, I picked Fury. At the second fight, I picked Fury.
Okay. Yeah. You picked Fury, but you're just rooting for Wilder.
Always rooting for Wilder. But before that fight, I picked Wilder because I was of the same mindset. I get why he fell in love with his power because I'm not on the outside. Exactly. I'm not on the outside. I'm on the inside. I'm watching them put spawn partner after spawn. They got headgear on. They going down.
So tell me, if you was in camp with AJ simultaneously and you was allowed all that access and you saw AJ doing the business in sparring and in camp, would you be as much more of an advocate for AJ?
Of course, because I know information is power. If I'm in your camp, I know. It's like Earl, for instance. People don't get why I pick Earl over everybody. I watched him spar a heavyweight and a light heavyweight. So, that's enough for me. It's enough for me. He sparred Cam Austin, man. That dude has been in the amateurs at the elite level for his entire adult life. He never turned pro. And Earl was handling that dude.
And he's big.
He's huge. He's a heavyweight. Then he handled another light heavyweight that I won't say who because he's a pro. And, man,
really,
if I get to see
I really want to know that one.
If I get to see you spar more than once, it's obviously going to influence me.
So you would root, I was just wondering.
Nah, it'll obviously influence me. It's going to influence me, man.
Yeah,
it's going to influence me without a doubt.
Brandon said check your email.
It's like
Brandon. Brandon was up to some bits and tricks. So check your email.
It's like I got to see Dervinchenko spar Horse. Mm-hmm. Horse is Kashad Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
And he was 0-0. And I seen him beating the shit out of Dervinchenko. And I told everybody Charlo's going to win. Charlo's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So sparring to me is important.
It is important. It is. Some people dismiss it and go, so did you're sparring. And some people take it for gospel. For me, I take it
Speaking of important sparring, I haven't seen the entire clip. But the plot thickens.
What?
I haven't seen the entire clip, Shan, but the plot thickens. Everybody was hating on me because I was the one with the Blair to Flair bandwagon saying he's hunting and is give him his shot. Somebody sent me some Devin Haney spawn. Have you seen it?
Nope. Send it to me.
Blair the Flair putting hands on Devin Haney up until the point I stopped. I said, look, I got to get to where I can't keep watching this.
Really?
Really?
Have you
Really?
got the
Let me
footage
see-
yourself?
Let
Yeah.
me see. Well, no, it's a video. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's on YouTube.
Send me the link. Where?
Uh-oh.
How? Why is this out? I think it's a
And
news report on it.
celebrating the member for 9 months. Shout out to Ann. Been a member for 9 months. Let me get you some horns, Ann. Where you at? Where you at? There you
Go on.
go.
Ra, 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 ra.
Yo, I be forgetting to play that because you don't be around. But Ann says, this is a 50-50 fight. Both men want to make history. The fighter with the better game plan will win. They're not going to like your super chat, Ann. They believe only Canelo can win. So, yeah, let me get to this right here. Where's this at? Where's this at? Where's this at?
Don't ask for the beef.
Shane, can I say something?
No, you can't. It's my show.
The Boxing Voice.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Hey girl, this lady shot. Yeah. Yes. Stop capping. Ra. Ra. Yeah. Chulo. Run it.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
SDS Promotions.
That's your first time hearing it?
That's my first time hearing it. Yeah, I've never heard that. Yeah, I just did some like drops, but yeah, Ryan was like, "Can you do some drops?" I was like, "Yeah, cool." He's like, "You need some intros and stuff."
Yo, that shit confused me when I pressed play. I'm like,
I thought I was talking when I
Yeah.
did it. I was like, yeah, that's wild.
he kept
Shouts
it
out to
Caribbean.
Brandon.
He definitely kept it Caribbean with the like
I know.
Thurman flute. He got the Thurman flutes in the end and shit.
You could have did some Caribbean. You could have did some grime. You could have did some bachata. You could have did a whole load of different things. But I like it. Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
We got some fire emojis
I got a
there.
message that says, just want to say thanks because I got to keep 350
Thanks, Brandon.
this week. Oh, wow. Let me see how was this. What'd he do?
Can you guys say thank you to Brandon? Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. I like. Me gusta. Thank you. He did a quick turnover. He's good on those buttons. All right, we've got dead air.
Shout out. Nah. This is a super chat.
here.
This is a super chat from Pound for Pound supporter Castle Hill Gill in the BX, who says, I just want to say thanks because I got to keep 350 this week. And that's $350 I made on my bookie. I love my bookie. I still have $150 to play, and I will get paid this weekend no matter what. I deposited $200. I already made $600 in like a month. I'm getting better listening to y'all. Yeah.
In the gang.
Yeah.
But just be responsible and don't get too ahead of yourself. Keep it always what you can afford to lose. And sometimes take your winnings and go.
You just gotta go with the. I like going with the consensus, even though sometimes, like right now, everybody's picking fucking Alvarez. But I am too. My bets are made. I made Alvarez by decision, but I'm also picking Plant by decision. I can't let Plant not get that decision because I think it was J-Mac came on too.
Yeah.
And said he's seen Alvarez have issues with other boxers, and he's right. This is a tall boxer. And unlike your man Callum, who decided to go like this, like that's not, Plant ain't gonna just put the earmuffs on. Plant gonna be looking slick, jab, take a few steps back.
For like the first 3 rounds, man. Then Canelo's gonna clock.
Wait till he pot shot him too. Remember I told you he gonna pot shot him. He's gonna be like, and just jump in.
I hope so. I hope
boom.
I see all of this because they're gonna make a fucking sick fight. To be fair, but I don't know. I try to look at all angles. If for Plant to win, I just can't get to that answer. I'm sorry, but as long as he makes it competitive, then it's cool.
Steve in the UK says gambling responsibly really doesn't make sense. It does make sense. you just have to, again, like, you've been listening to this show. We know you. You know us. There's certain people that you confide in, that you talk to more than others.
Responsible.
Those are the people that you ask about your bets. You know, like, hey, what you think about this bet? Is this a good bet? You know what I'm saying? I love reviews. I'm a review dude. Before I buy your product, I'm reading reviews. So I do the same. I do the same with my bet. I'm like, yo, Mitty. I hit Coach Mitty up. Mitty, what you think? Bo and Bama, Killer Kells, Raphael, Alex in Australia, and then I listen to the people on the show. Like, and I'm up too. You know what I mean?
I need to make a bet, but I'm gonna have to do it on Betfred, Chulo. So you're gonna have to.
Nah, you could still do it. You know, you can still do it
on. Or I could cash app it to you. You can play for
you can still do it on Betfred because you guys get more props than us. Like, once you learn, you're gonna have more ability to win than us because they know that boxing is big in the UK, so they do everything. You're gonna have bets like, you know, does Andy Ruiz touch gloves with Wilder before the first bell?
Yeah, they have all.
They don't give us that shit. We get lucky. Like the other day, we had something like that, and I was like, oh shit, look, they got who gets the fight, and whoever fucking bet Dillian White like I recommended, I won my super chat. I told them, I said, holy shit, Dillian White is a plus 130 or 40.
Yeah.
Like, you need to put a bet on that because he's going to get the fight next. He's the most probable because Usyk and AJ activated the rematch. So who else is Tyson going to fight? You know?
Can't you bet on
No, they took it down. They took it down. You can't get that bet no more. So whoever made it is going to get paid once Tyson fights. James Payne. Lethal.
James Payne is the name.
What's up with the intro, man?
Oh, now everybody want intros now.
Yeah, we got intros now. I just about got
goodness.
James. You're lucky. You've always had one. Been there for months, mate. Just about got one.
Roll the footage.
James
Run
Payne
the
is
track.
my name, partner. How about you? Standing on my property and I'm gonna see about you. If I come out on my porch, I see you chilling in your wheel. Boy, I hope you know somebody better be waiting on the bitch. James Payne, baby, see me pissing on the post. If we're playing basketball, you might see me in the post.
TBV, top of the morning, bueno dia. Y'all know how it goes around these parts. The best part of waking up. Y'all know the slogan from the 80s. TBV in my cup. Shout out to Doomy. Ness, how you doing, man? I know I'm late to the party, man, but better late than never. Lady Sean, cheerio. How the audio sound? Am I cool? I'm coming through.
Yeah, the audio sounds cool. Sounds nice.
All right.
Voice still sounds nice.
Man,
you was a bit down the other day, man. Are you feeling a bit? Are you feeling a little better? Estás mejor.
I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, like, man, you know, I'm a human being just like everybody else experiencing this life experience, and you know, we have ups and we had downs, and right now, like, I had like a string of downs, some self-inflicted, well, not all self-inflicted. Well, not all self-inflicted, but I have done, you know, my share of like personal damage.
Sounds like it's relationship.
Damn, Shan.
And she knows to be in it, but I ain't gonna go into detail. But it's just like
we need to do Untitled with him too.
You can run it. I show up, but you know what I'm saying. With that being said, like, you know, this channel, this podcast has helped me throughout the last, several years. When I'm going through things and when I have been out balance, and this podcast has been like kind of a you know, plumb line.
Keep you on, yeah.
And so, you know, I'm just happy like I said, man, I'm late to the party, but better late than never.
But I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man. Just happy to be talking some boxing. Y'all talking about Caleb Plant. Y'all been talking about this for hours. And I've been in and out.
Yeah.
I'm like, man,
yeah, but you biased on this. You know you going Caleb.
Y'all got Tennessee.
He's going with Plant all the
you got Tennessee in your mouth. You got Tennessee in your mouth.
Yeah, so you'd have to go for Plant.
Let a TSC and come on in there and just go on here and answer.
Yeah, but you gonna give us
Tennessee related questions, y'all.
I don't like that though. I don't go for people just because fighters just because they're from where I'm from.
Which is,
I might,
but that
that's
that's not common for you guys. Like UKs usually root for UK because they from the UK. Like that's how it is.
I know. I just go for the boxer.
It's probably because you're like multicultural.
Maybe. I think that's what it possibly is. You know, I think that's what it is. You right.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Go ahead, James.
I'm
So how do you feel? How do you feel this fight is going to pan out? Tell me. Walk me through it.
It's gonna be the upset of the year. It's gonna be
upset of the decade if that happens.
I mean, hey, it's gonna be one of those moments in time that everybody's gonna go back to and be like, man, you remember when Canelo got beat by that dude from Tennessee?
I just want people to realize this. Andy was a plus 1,600 versus AJ. Caleb isn't that big of an underdog. Caleb is on the money line. The bookies themselves are 600, 500 for me. He a 500 for me.
When I checked it yesterday, he was a plus 6.
But I will say this. 500 is more of an underdog than Mikey was versus Earl. 500 is more of an underdog than Broner was to Mikey. 500 is a big underdog though.
But less than what Ruiz was to AJ.
By 3 times.
Just slightly.
No, 3 times. Ruiz was plus 1,600.
Oh, plus 6. I thought it was plus 600. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay.
So, you know, it's closer, but it's not like Wilder Fury was closer than this. They thought Wilder had a better shot than Plant has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I would. Well, no, I didn't. Stop lying.
Available on all digital streaming platforms right now. I have a song in the atmosphere called "Counting Me Out," and just like they counted me out, they're definitely counting out Caleb. But that's fine. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do our best work when the world
doubts you.
Doesn't think, when the world think that we not capable of doing something, that's when we do our best work. It's not just a Caleb Plant thing, it's a Tennessee thing.
It's funny because I do like that about him in the two-part series that they did on All Access. He keeps saying that, like, there's nothing I can say to convince y'all. Like, y'all not gonna believe me.
You're gonna have to do it.
Exactly.
But
I love that he's saying it that way. We've seen so many other fighters say it differently. Like, oh, you know, on fight night, you know, this, that. But like, you know, his attitude is more like, I'm not wasting energy on y'all. I check y'all on fight night.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's just gotta be.
The only person that we been focusing on is Canelo. Like, this is the Willy Wonka ticket, right? This is the golden ticket. This is you've been playing the numbers for years, and now your number hit with the local number runner. This is you've been going to the gas station for years, writing your numbers in on the slip, or you've been doing the computer generated ticket, or you done been buying this same scratch off for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's been lose after lose after lose. You just in the habit of doing what you do. And then finally, that one day when you wasn't expecting, your number hit, or your scratch off said winner under the bottom. And then you scratched off the numbers and it said, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, just blew you away, right? Yeah, you wasn't expecting that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say that this is gonna be a big upset like Sandor Martin beating Mikey, because that's like a huge upset. Nobody expect that, because we never even heard of Sandor. But in the boxing community, Caleb Plant has been a name that's been circulated along with other guys that are kind of, I wouldn't say lower tier, because I'm not there gonna disrespect Caleb like that, but there are guys that are waiting to have that moment where they can validate themselves. Guys that have been waiting for their big fight so they can prove on a worldwide stage that not only were they capable of doing what they did, but I mean, they're actually some of the best athletes in the world. You know what I'm saying? Caleb is one of the best athletes in the world. He's definitely one of the best boxers in that weight class, if not the best. And he doesn't have to be better than Canelo, because Canelo could hang up the gloves right now. He could hang up the gloves after this fight. He's guaranteed Hall of Fame, first ballot, and there's no disputing it, whether he wins undisputed or not, because Canelo is the belt. The belts that he hold, they're not the belt. He's the belt. That's why he's able to go anywhere, any weight class, any opponent. Everybody wants the opportunity to fight Canelo because they want the Willy Wonka ticket. Well, this time he chose to give it to Caleb Plant, and his team probably think, hey, Caleb Plant gonna be easy work, just like the work before him. You know what I mean? He been on this Caucasian destruction tour, but this Caucasian just so happened to be from Cheatham County. You know what I'm saying? In Tennessee, which is the slum, by the way. I mean, they don't make him a better boxer for that. No, it but doesn't. That just is just another.
Does just something that you guys are hanging on to make it look.
Element.
It does. It means nothing. Loads of people from the slum.
I'm a firm believer.
Nothing.
I'm a firm believer.
That's not even slum. They're slummer than more than that.
I'm a firm believer that you can be a product of your environment. You see what I'm saying? Like the life experiences that you have on your journey, especially when you're young and you coming up, they have a serious impact on the type of person that you ultimately become. Now, everybody can change, but some of those the experience of being on the lower end of the on the lower end of society.
Of life.
You know what I mean? You don't get them same opportunities.
I root for him in that, man.
Breaks as some of the other people.
And he had a child that died, and it's sad.
You're literally getting it how you live, right?
But it doesn't make you a better boxer.
No,
but
it doesn't.
I know what you're saying.
Are
you saying that the adversity makes you
I'm saying that adversity, the background is going to contribute to Caleb's willingness,
mindset and
willingness to go literally to the pits of hell to beat Canelo.
Yeah, I believe
mentally, when he hurts inside, mentally, when he's tired, when he feels weak, he is not gonna be on that grand stage and be like, oh man, I ain't got nothing left for this dude. He gonna be like, nah, fuck this dude. Fuck this dude.
I don't think he's coming to lay down. He's not coming to
fuck
quit.
This guy. You know,
I just don't give a fuck who he is. Yeah.
You know, and nobody thinks he's gonna win, and that's what makes it.
But
even
if
better.
he does, I would be happy because
if I was you, what you call it, y'all call it 20 quid or whatever. If I was you, I'd put the equivalent of $20 on the Caleb Plant.
You ain't even gotta put 20
because it costs you more to buy your lip gloss or makeup or whatever you apply. That's probably more expensive than what it will cost you to put.
Cost me about £200 just to try and look like this.
Fellas, $20 wager.
That was hard work trying to look
on
pretty.
The event that he does. Well, I expect him to do, and I definitely will come on the show and eat my crow if he can't get it done. It's no.
We're not eating crow. We'll just eat humble pie. We'll do the UK Cheerio. Hey, we'll eat humble pie. Humble pie tastes way better than crow. Let's not eat crow.
And then y'all gonna serve the guillotine up, and the guillotine gonna come down and chop the head on the crow.
No, but what I'm saying is, I don't mind him winning. Like, it's not like I've got a horse in the race. Like, if Canelo wins, yay. If Caleb Plant wins, yay. I'm not American nor am I Mexican. But what I'm saying is, so there's no horse patriot-wise in the race for me, nationality-wise in the race for me. Like, I don't go with fighters if because they're this or they're that. I'm only going that I just feel that Canelo wins. But if Caleb Plant pulls the wins, I'd be happy. You know? So either way, can you tell me, James Payne, where does the eat crow thing come from? Is it from slavery?
No, it's a TBV thing. Well, I mean, it's a term like.
No. But where does the term come from in the beginning? Where did it come from?
Okay, well, I tell you what. I'm working on Google right now. Boom.
Okay, do it. Let's see. Eat crow.
Alrighty then. Let me get to some callers here. Looks like I got Dawn in San Diego. What's up?
Diamonds and rubies, I'm crazy about them.
Hello?
Yes, okay. Dawn. How are you?
How you doing? How you doing, Lady Shan? How you doing, Nat?
All good.
What's up?
Hey, I wanted to ask you, Do you know this guy named, he's a fighter who was with Eddie Reynoso. His name was Ruiz or something like that?
Neary? Louis Neary?
Yeah, Neary.
Yeah, he tested positive too.
Yes. Okay, well, you know he split with Eddie, right? He split with Eddie because he didn't feel like his way of, not so much his training, but the style that he was trying to put him in didn't really work for him. So basically what I want to say is Andy Ruiz in that fight with Arreola, that was not the way that Andy fights. Like typically Andy's like an onslaught, like Pacquiao. Like he's really offensive and he's like throws a lot of shots. And in my opinion, I think he won against Parker. I don't know how you feel about that fight, but I think he won that fight. So in a sense, it wasn't a fluke. No way.
Word.
Anyway, that's just my opinion. But if he could have easily have been the AJ's opponent anyway. So it wasn't like it was like a fluke that he got there. Like he could have been that guy, but I feel like because he was in Australia, he didn't get the win. But I think that his style shouldn't be with Eddie Reynoso. I know that's probably going against what everybody thinks. I know he's really disciplined there, but like the way Eddie's trying to make him fight doesn't really benefit him.
Yeah, but you basing that off
and
of
you
one
saw that
fight.
with the Arreola fight.
No, but she's got a point. She got a point.
Nah, you basing that off of one training camp.
Yeah, but his style's changed.
Don't matter. One training
His style
camp.
completely changed.
Yeah, but his style completely changed. She's right.
One training camp.
Exactly.
Yeah, but where are we going to be at two training camps? Sorry, let her speak anyway.
Exactly, and if you see Frank Sanchez, he fights like Canelo. Like they have this style, and you can even see Ryan kind of going into the way that it's like a style that it's like they try to not give as much shots.
Andy Ruiz isn't a counter puncher. He's offensive. And
exactly.
Those guys.
You guys are crazy.
Completely changed.
Both of you guys have lost it.
No way.
Andy had success with AJ because he countered. He punched when AJ
but he's
punched.
not a natural counter puncher. He's still got the Mexican style of coming forward and holding the center of the ring. Yes, he do, Ness.
I don't know.
I've been following Andy when he was fighting in Azteca before he went with Top Rank. So I've been fighting him. Following him for a long time. That fight with Arreola it didn't even look like I didn't even know who that was.
Wow,
I was actually kind of shocked. I was at that fight.
Doing a different style. He got dropped. That's why. Wearing his vibe.
Yeah.
You're trying to wear other
I don't know.
people's clothes. It's not your clothes. They're not your jeans.
Exactly.
They're not your sneakers.
Exactly. I don't know. I think he would benefit with someone like a Robert Garcia or somebody like that. He's been able to bring back Marcos Maidana, and even Josecito Lopez just kind of have some. He kind of has an uptick right now. So I don't know. That's my call.
All right.
Thank you for
calling in, Dawn.
And I'm so happy when women call in.
Yeah. This part we need
because y'all you happy because y'all agree with each other, but y'all both wrong. Andy counterpunched the shit out of AJ in that fight.
Yeah, but he's not a natural. No, because he had to. But also, he was still a pressure fighter. And if you saw how he fought AJ in the second fight, he tried to do the pressure fight. That's why he's telling AJ, come here. Like he was running after AJ, wanted to hold center of the ring. That's what he wanted to do.
Listen,
that is true what she said.
I didn't see Andy chasing fucking Joseph Parker with the Mexican style either. Like all that Andy's in the Mexican style, that's not true. What he got in Mexican in him is the counterpunching ability, but he's a counterpuncher. I didn't mean to say the counterpuncher. He is a counterpuncher, but what I'm saying that he has of a Mexican is the combination punching. Yeah, he combination punches.
It was just in my opinion, that was a good point that she made.
No, I mean, I'm not.
We can.
I just look. I'm biased, Dawn. I really like Andy with Reynoso, and I think one camp and one fight isn't enough to judge.
It isn't enough to see. No. Okay. So let's see couple camps. Let's see 3 camps. Let's see, and then you can make a more informed opinion. But James, you got the crow thing, didn't you? You Googled it.
I got it Googled. It's been ready to go since our lovely caller just called in. So thank you for calling in, the previous caller, and we also want to extend an invitation. Come on, come on, man, woman. It doesn't matter if you're a boxing fan. This is the spot that you want to be at. The Boxing Voice, the illest, trillest, dopest boxing podcast in the Milky Way galaxy. You know what I'm talking about? We talk boxing. This is the Breakfast Club of boxing.
And then sometimes Chulo eats crow. So,
I mean, so now, so let's get back into this. So eating
what's the crow? Yeah.
Eating crow is a colloquial
Colloquial.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. With your UK correction, I appreciate that. A colloquial idiom used in some English-speaking countries that means humiliation by admitting having been proven wrong after taking a strong position. All right. So the crow is a carrion eater that is presumably repulsive to eat in the same way that being proven wrong might be emotionally hard to swallow. The exact origin of the idiom is unknown, but it probably began with an American story published around 1850 about a dim-witted New York farmer eating crow of a family of idioms having to do with eating and being proven incorrect, such as to eat dirt or to eat your hat. And all probably originated from the saying to eat one's words.
Got you. It's funny that they use idioms because in Spanish, when you say like language, you say idioma. So it obviously derives from that. Just when you said idioms in Spanish, the word for language is idioma. So idioms is spelt the same, but just without an A at the end on it, isn't it?
I can't stand.
Right. It ends with an M. And that was Wikipedia reference
Interesante.
time with James Payne Lethal and Lady Shan.
Somos español también. Sí. Yeah, cool. Thank you for that, James.
That's what I like to do.
We come and we learn. We should be doing shows where we teach and we learn.
So since you said that, let me ask you just a trivial question, unrelated to boxing, just a trivial question. Let's see if you guys know it. What is the circumference of planet Earth?
Oh man, 2.5 thousand trillion. No, I'm joking.
You actually started with the correct number. Two is the correct first number. Okay.
These are questions for Doomy, man. Doomy loves this type of games.
What is it? What is it? No,
Doomy
it's not
has
questions.
mad
Let's just
useless
say in
information.
dumbness. You tell me what it is.
Right, the circumference of planet Earth is 24,901 miles. So that's not that big.
It's not that big when you think about it, is it? 24,000. Well, it is, but it's
24,000 is huge. Let me tell you, 2,400 miles is, I mean, where's my truck drivers at? That's like 48 hours, man.
Yeah, 24,000. I know what you're saying. You think it to be like, you think the word million would be involved. That's all I'm saying. Who's that? Sorry.
I got some more callers, and this one is AMG in Oklahoma. What up?
What's up, Ness? What's up, panel?
Chilling.
Yeah, as far as Andy, I think Andy's shot to beat Wilder is with Reynoso. If he walks forward like he used to with no head movement, just swinging, he's going to get caught with the right hand. He's going to get knocked out. With Eddie as the trainer, I could actually see that being a dope fight. Obviously, Wilder has the crazy power from distance. Andy's job would be to keep the fight close. If he could keep it close most of the fight, I think he has an avenue to beat Wilder. And then I got Canelo by stoppage. I don't see him like laying out on the floor, but either the ref or the corner stopping it is how I see it going. It's cool to win the title and take light touches afterwards. But just know that the consequence of that is that you won't be ready for top competition, much less the best fighter in the world. So
we know who you going with.
Yep.
So you won't be winning on these winnings once Caleb upsets.
How much money does $20 make you?
Woo!
If you bet on Caleb when you lose?
20 is 600, bro. I'm only bet. I already only made a $10 bet on Caleb. That's more than enough. I make 310. I'm good. I'm not.
Yeah,
greedy.
I don't want to. I guess I don't want to lose $10 or $20. So.
Look at you trying to be funny. You're gonna cry. I'm gonna remember your name. I'm looking you up right now. Wait a minute. Who is he? Oh, AMG. Okay. I got you, buddy. I got you. Brandon in Cincinnati.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Ohio.
Runs by.
Ness, what's going on? How's my audio, man?
Straight.
Yo, what's going on, JP, Lady Shan? How are you, beloved? I ain't gonna spend too much time on the topics. I've never been a believer in Andy Ruiz. I've been saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. Thank Wilder gets his ass out of there. I do hear what everybody's saying about Plant's attributes and abilities, but Canelo's just at that point in his career where I refuse to bet against him. Once upon a time, it was B-Hop in that position. Once upon a time, it was Floyd in that position. Now it's Canelo in that position. I ain't betting against him. But I do have a bone to pick with my TBV family, and that's on the topic of these intros. When I first started listening to TBV about 3-4 years ago, only the elite, top-notch callers had intros. Now here in 2021, every Tom, Dick, and Harry got an intro, and the market is oversaturated. The market is oversaturated.
That's right.
So going forward. If you're not one of the elite callers, one of the people's choices, one of the fan favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd, such as myself, who's put in the work and earned his intro, don't be getting no fucking intro, man. I'm tired of hearing y'all intros and y'all ain't put that work in. I paid my dues. I put that work in. I'm the people's choice. That's my comment on that. Let's get rid of all these fucking intros. But other than that, y'all have a good day, man.
Man,
There's a mic drop in a mic drop.
I told him.
I just got a call from the vet. I just got a call from the vet. So my cat died about a week and a half ago. So devastated. But they just called me. So she's back from the crematorium. Her ashes. So I have to go pick her up tomorrow. Gutted.
You had a cat.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I didn't even know. I'm allergic to cats.
I don't like cats. I don't like cats, yo.
Yeah, they too
Yeah, but
sneaky,
just think
man.
of your animal that you had for 11 years.
No, I
and then they died.
know. My condolences, Lady Shan. Listen, that last call was pretty spot on. I told Brandon, he giving everybody he's like buying votes. You know, it's like, yo, vote for us and we'll give you this. And that's how it is. Like, yo, say SDS and you get this. So I get what Brandon's saying. But I do have fun, at least, listening to Brandon from Houston's creations because he is a good producer. And I have to issue a challenge. Dolla Dibiase, where you at? And Brandon, I mean, can we get a new Canelo intro before the fight? Like, I mean, you know, Dolla used to give us intros for the actual show. We need a new Canelo intro. And we need a Boots intro. Nah, not Boots.
So what will we do to be the determining factor on it, man? Listening to his call, this is what I wanna say. I want to be included in that TBV elite. I don't want to be no regular TBV.
I skipped the line. I skipped the queue. I did a Deontay Wilder, mate. I did a Deontay Wilder. I just skipped the queue, got an intro. There I am. Sorry.
I want to be TBV elite, and I think that they just re up my Patreon. So I want to be.
Let's keep the same energy. You're allowed to skip sometimes.
Look, they hitting me up. Ness, how you made a $10 bet and you getting 300 on Caleb? Because on mybookie.ag, Caleb is a plus 3,000 for the decision. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not about to be fooled twice. Like, I didn't believe in Sandor. I didn't believe in Sandor.
Why?
Because I didn't believe in him. So that's what I'm saying. I didn't even believe in him, and he did it. I believe in this guy. Why won't I put $10, man? It's not team. That's a pack of socks, man. I blessed the champ with a pack of socks. It's nothing.
Nothing. Just and that's what make watching the fight a little more interesting.
Some socks.
Some socks.
Having some skin in the game makes the viewing of the fight that much more interesting, does it not?
It do. You definitely are way more invested when there's a bet on the line. Let me tell you. Shan, what's going on? We're gonna keep you off camera with you popping in and out, giving me that dumbass Skype sign, ruining my life.
Why is it doing that? I'm not doing it.
Yeah, right. Whenever you go texting or whatever you're doing, you must have weak internet then, because you keep going away. Like your pictures
I keep
there.
seeing it. My picture. Why is it doing that?
I don't know.
Oh, I know why. Sorry. Hang on one sec.
I don't know.
I want to know how I can change my.
I think because my pad on my laptop, it's sensitive, so you just have to tap. So the icon was on the video thing.
Well, let me get to CYP cutting the line.
Am I back in?
You're back in. CYP counterpunch.
Yo. No shout out to Brandon, because we all know I'm actually the people's choice. Hate me or love me. Even the hate doesn't even drain out all the love I get. Crawler of the year, that would be me. Cut the bullshit. But look, though, I'm getting tired of people talking about this lottery ticket to fight Canelo. My man Plant has been at 168 for 7 years. He always wanted to be undisputed since day one. I heard it out the man's mouth way before Canelo even thought about 168. He wanted to be undisputed. This ain't about no lottery. I'm telling you right now, if Canelo was going to make $5 million, Plant would take $2 million to fight that dude. If Canelo was going to make $3 million, Plant would take $1 million to fight that dude. It don't matter who it is. Some of y'all just want to paint narratives and make Canelo super when he really ain't. Because Superman don't need no Clenbuterolite. CYP out.
Well, it wouldn't be computer. It wouldn't be.
So he be clever with the words, boy.
Not right there though. CYP. Not right there, because it wouldn't be Clenbuterolite, because you can't say.
I get what you're saying.
Exactly, because kryptonite
is Superman weakness.
Exactly,
so
and clenbuterol was allegedly helping.
Made Canelo more super.
Exactly. Okay. Shan is gone again. What the hell is wrong with Shan?
Oh, are you being fucking serious?
I'm being serious.
So maybe Canelo is Mario.
I have
not Mario TBV Mario, but maybe he's Mario, and Clenbuterol is like Mario's like a glowing star, and you know how he hit the star and then he be going ham.
Yeah. The mushroom. He the mushroom.
My internet's fine, mate. I don't know what's happening over here. Someone's trying to sabotage me. That's wild. I've got good signal. All of my laptop over there is good signal. This one's good signal. My phone's good signal.
Who's next? Looking like King Born here.
I don't know anybody else. Come on.
When you see old
you've not read anyone's super chat.
Like that,
just pay. You're not reading them.
They don't get ready to bust your.
Say I love my TBV comrades. Second of all, I like to say I love my TBV live chat comrades. Today is Animal Face Off. Y'all can look it up if you think I'm bullshitting a lion. Ruiz is a sun bear. A sun bear is the most aggressive, most ferocious bear out of all the species, right? But it's small, just like Ruiz. Wilder is a giraffe. Everybody know a giraffe kick is a giraffe kick could kill a lion with one kick, right? So you got a little bear, the sun bear, ferocious, aggressive against a giraffe. Now we know the sun bear is going to try to maul the giraffe, right? But if that goddamn giraffe kicked him in his head, he's out. So you gotta look at it like this. Ruiz and Wilder is the sun bear versus giraffe style. You heard? And one thing about that sun bear, he gonna try to maul him, he gonna come to him, he gonna step to him, he gonna be ferocious and aggressive. But Wilder only need one punch. So that's why you could say this fight is like a 50-50. You heard? If they make this shit, I'm going to fuck off. This fight is going to be one of the best heavyweight fights in a long time, because you got a short dude, 6'2", aggressive, against a tall cat, 6'7", that got that incredible knockout power. That's the fight I want to see. You heard? And listen, for the call of the year, listen, man, whoever give it to me, I'm happy. But like I said, as long as I'm in the mix, I'm good. But I'm the most ruggedest, wildest, off the wallest caller ever in goddamn the boxing voice. Y'all know that. So like I said, y'all, look it up right now, James. I see you, James. Don't hide, James. I see you, JP Lethal. Look it up right now. Sun bear, the most aggressive bear species. Giraffe could kill a goddamn lion one kick. Yo, next, man. This shit gonna be a frenzy on Thursday. Everybody going wild with this Plant Canelo shit. And I hope everybody make money because I can't bet because fucking Bovada, they diss me. You heard? Peace, y'all. Peace.
That's because you ain't using my bookie. You out here using Bovada instead of showing love to TBV. I bet
Yo, have you
use
seen
my
this
book.
top 10 pound for pound by
Care about pound for pound, Shane?
no by it's just a talking point. This is a boxing show the last time I checked,
I don't
right?
care
Okay.
about pound for pound,
So we
Shane. That
can
shit
talk about it. It's Chris Mannitz's list, that's all.
That should
You
be
wanna hear-
fake, Shane.
I know. Do you just want to hear the top
What's
10?
the
Can I just not
criteria?
run it
What's the
off?
criteria? If this guy weighed this weight, he'd fight this
I
guy.
think I don't like his list, but I'm just going to read it anyway, just for y'all's entertainment.
Read
This
it.
is a-
Y'all.
so-
Read it.
So, y'all.
Read it.
Y'all.
Hey, that was
Okay,
pretty
so
good.
number, y'all. I'm getting used to it. Yeah. So number 10 comes in Chocolatito is and number 10 Roman Gonzalez.
Roman.
At number 9 we have Vasil Lomachenko.
Roman.
At number 8 coming in we have Teofimo Lopez.
Tefemo.
This list is stupid, but I'm reading it. At number 7 we have Josh Taylor. Scotland. From Scotland. Scottish. All right. At number 6, we have Tyson the Gypsy King Fury.
Oh, look at this guy. Made
Look
it to the
this
list.
guy. Look this guy. You don't find nobody, but anyway. At number 4, we have Inoue. At number 3, we have Bud. At number 2, we have Usyk. And number 1, we have Saul Canelo Alvarez. There we go.
We got C to the Y, also a P. Counterpunch.
Yo, listen to this. If Canelo's having dinner, right, with his family, whatever, and you walk by and you scream clenbuterol, he gonna get pissed off. If you having a press conference and you Caleb Plant and you talk about the clenbuterol, he gonna get pissed off. Clenbuterol is his kryptonite. Every time you bring it up, it hurts him. It tainted his legacy. It got him suspended. Anytime you want to put Canelo down and bring it to perspective, you bring up clenbuterol. That's why I called it what I called it. Sometimes my metaphor would be above y'all head, but that's why I am the best thing that ever happened to this show next to Ness. I said that next to Ness, CYP is the greatest thing that's ever happened to this show next to Ness. That's facts, and I mean that shit with my heart. CYP out.
Shout out to CYP and to further
All
on
right,
King
so-
Born's point. Point.
You
the
got to
Sun
talk
Bear-
into that mic, champ. You be
Yo,
Yeah,
can you hear
there
me
you
now?
go,
All
there
right,
you
big.
go.
So shout out CYP and to King Born's point, the Sun Bear is known to be exceptionally aggressive and will attack without cause. Having such large canines, extremely strong jaws, and long claws, it is said to be one of the most dangerous animals to encounter in the jungle, and is distinguishable by a U-shaped stripe or pattern on his neck. So it looked like a bad Emma Alpha.
What's it called?
The Sun Bear.
The Sun Bear.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Never, ever.
Nessa, you're going to read any super chats that people pay their hard-earned money to send in, and you don't bother read them. How about that?
Ever.
Chulo!
Yo, best dad ever said, we said that. Las Vegas Leon. What about my Dominican boy Rivera? What about him, bro? What do you mean, what about him? I mean, he fought last week. He looked not like Ali, is all I'll say. Look at Gil double down. 3-week parlay, Shakur, unanimous decision. 10.5. What the hell is that? Shakur, over, under. Nice pick, champ. Wow, he did a parlay, 3-week parlay. Shakur, under 10.5. Cepeda KO, Canelo KO at $10. Pays $339. Champ, but you putting Canelo by KO. Eso no va a pasar. Eso no va a pasar, papacito. That ain't gonna happen. Y'all tripping. Like, yo, I can't believe Shan is being so hard-headed with this, too.
Why? What?
CYP made an excellent point. The people that knocked out Kovalev don't even have a high knockout ratio. So that's yet another questionable knockout on Canelo's resume. Somehow we think he's gonna knock out Plant, but he didn't knock out.
I don't think he's gonna knock out Plant. You know, I think he's gonna stop him.
Good.
I never thought it was gonna be like sleep.
No. But stop and knock out.
Like
the
a stoppage,
shit.
like like stoppage, like the ref might just wave it off. He might get a flurry. That's what I thought. Maybe. I didn't ever think he was gonna. It's better than being snooze.
They better not rob Plant like that, where he's on the ropes blocking some shots.
Yeah.
And he like, waved off, trying to steal the title for Canelo.
No. Yeah. Have you guys seen what Kelly Rowland looks like?
Let me finish.
She just had a baby.
Send it to
Ridiculous.
me. Send it to me so I can screen share.
Mm-hmm.
He says $10 pays $339. And then he says, I also have Canelo by decision, $5 pays $167. Keller by decision pays $150 for $5. Keller by KO pays me $80 for $5. Get paid no matter what. That's right. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of bets to make, man. There's a lot. It all depends on what you believe in.
It's what you believe. I sent it to you. Well, I sent it to you onto the Boxing Voice DM.
Did you send it where? No, don't send it there. Remember, they got me blocked for the day. One more day.
Fuck.
I'm on detention.
Where do I send it?
suspension.
To email?
Not text.
Oh.
We got another super chat from the producer in Houston, Brandon. Brandon in Houston.
Brandon is
You are
my
now tuned
guy.
in to the top boxing podcast in all of sports media, The Boxing Voice. Smash the like button.
SDS is giving Lady Shan her flowers on air. Love her or hate her. She is tough. Definitely a rider. And shows up daily. Check your email, Ness. Run it.
Run the blood clot track. You zimmy.
Is it safe to say Lady Shan is the Xena Warrior Princess of TBV?
No, you can't. It's my show.
Yo, why you walked over her intro, bruv? Shan, can I say something?
No, you can't. It's my show.
The Boxing Voice.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Hey girl, this lady shot.
Yo, you know I did like that. He's like, Shan, can I say? No.
You can't. It's my show. I can't even remember even saying that. You got some good snippets. It's my show. Fuck you, though. Shut it. It's not your show.
Suede Puma says, Canelo drops the beef and goes on a plant-based diet. Will he go vegetarian? Or will sweet hands make him diabetic?
Diabetic. I knew he was going to say that.
Nello breaks Plant down and smokes him. Okay, you guys want to get creative, but you know what? He don't understand that he just gave me more ammunition. That's another thing. Remember, the Keller Plant refused taking his fight on short notice. Why? I'll answer it for you. He wanted to ensure VADA testing. So this is a different Canelo too. This ain't a 7-week Canelo tested, 5-week. This is a full.
He's like that. He's been like that for a while.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They caught him on that cleanse.
Yeah, but that was when? When was the clem?
For the Gennady fight. For the Gennady fight.
Yeah, Triple G. That was that was a while
He tried to get beefed up for the
when
second
was the
fight.
Clem? When?
That need
When
to
did he
go on a
bust the
t-shirt.
Clem? When?
Damn,
When?
that sound
Clem.
like a t-shirt. When
Yeah.
was the clean?
Clem. When was the Clem?
Yo, and that was he got beefed up for the second fight.
Yeah.
And you see him looking beefed up right now. He out here looking beefy and shit. Fuck wrong with him.
Brutus beef.
What was it? It was
Jr.
Ring TV. It was Ring TV posted that picture. He was looking crazy. I'm like, damn, this dude look big.
I sent it, the Kelly thing.
Look at this right here.
Yes, it's gonna say, nah, man, she look too skinny, man.
Yo,
Too skinny.
look at him right here, bro. His abs look like they work out.
Bruv, just knock it off and go into Kelly. We're there looking at man and analyzing man.
You the woman. You the woman. It's a boxing show. How we not gonna analyze this guy?
Look this guy. Look this guy.
Look this guy.
Yo, but you sent the video, fam. Why you ain't send the link to the Instagram?
Can't you just do it like that?
Nah, I can't screen share. If you want me to, I can look at it. I'm looking.
No,
at it.
I want everyone to look at it.
Oh, this the shade room. It's on the shade room.
Yeah,
I'll find it.
And there's Canelo.
Canelo looks horrible there.
What?
He looks. Is he in the sweat room?
You tripping? He
sauna,
looking in shape.
Looking like he works at your local deli.
That looks awful. That is so unsexy. Oh,
no one said it was sexy. We ain't talking about all that. We talking about him being in shape.
Yeah, he in
what?
shape.
What? Yes, but it looks. Oh,
damn.
God, that looks horrible.
She said she doesn't like.
He can't lie though with that.
Kelly didn't age,
though with them type of man there, you know. Is it me?
Hey yo, why Kelly Rowland didn't age though?
Them man there, I can't lie down with them man there.
Say why she would?
She didn't age at all. She like
she would. Oh, she ain't age.
No,
I
what they say.
She
Kelly
good.
ain't age. No,
she looked
They say
real
black
good in
don't
that
crack,
video.
man. You know what they say.
I thought you were gonna say, "No, man, she look too skinny."
Well, she ain't standing up to know if she's skinny. You know.
Down.
She trying to get y'all. She trying to get y'all Janet Jackson.
I don't know. You could tell. You could tell when she hop up. When she hop, you could tell she ain't skinny. She, like you see a lot of shake in the back. It's like yeah. Look, see when she hop, when she fix it. I'm gonna give y'all one more play so you can see when she fix her dress and sits back down. It's just like a whole little earthquake happens.
Yeah. Try to get you a little Marilyn Monroe / a little Janet Jackson at the Super Bowl when JT pulled the pastry out. You know, little show and tell.
We have wardrobe malfunctions. Yeah, man.
Little show.
She almost had a wardrobe malfunction. She caught it though.
Just there, but her boobs is small though, so she alright. They don't really fall out at that size.
You know, just
I got
subtle
Supermax
seduction right there.
Supermax that says
big up boobs. They're tapes as well.
Ooh. He said, Supermax said, big up Brandon Maurice speaking facts about those intros. Another guy that don't like all these new intros. I got Young Profeta that says, I agree about the intros, but I don't call in a lot. But I'm a super chat elite, laugh out loud. TBV, the place to be. Shout out to you, Young Profeta. So another one that don't agree on, Show Kid, now the intro's a problem. Shaking my damn head. You don't like SDS intros? Turn off the station. Sound like an elite hater to me. Still SDS, you haters.
Yeah, I like the
Yo,
intros.
he could talk shit for real. Yo, he's a good shit.
Your show, if you didn't like the intros, you wouldn't have them happening, would you?
Yo, I got best dad ever that says more like Popeye on that spinach. Laugh out loud. That's right. See, another one that don't agree that CYP's metaphor is good. Because he tried to say first that clenbuterol helped Superman. All of a sudden, it don't help Superman. We got you, champ. Yo, but based off my votes on this, damn, that sucks. Actually, now we're almost at 1,000 votes, and it looks like more people believe 6 through 11. But still, we got 32% believe it's going the distance, man. So I bet looks good. You know, I should actually make that bet. That's actually the cleanup bet. No, because I got the Canelo by decision, so I cover myself with that. I don't need to also bet.
You don't find nobody, man.
All I know is
you don't bet nobody.
We have over 400 people watching right now live on YouTube, and we have, oh my goodness, what 103 likes, man. Can we please start a like campaign? Make sure you like this video. Make sure you like the content that you watching right now, because the Boxing Voice is the illest, trillest, dopest, boxing podcast in the Milky Way galaxy, and you know it. So stop window shopping and go ahead and make that move. Hit that like button. And while you down there, go and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you select that bell so you can be notified each and every time the Boxing Voice goes live with boxing content. Chill.
And what up, Anne Marie? You out here in Florida. I hope you're showing up the border wars, Anna. You live in Florida.
I'll try.
I'll try.
Yeah, I do. I'll try.
What's up?
I'll try. Well, I'm in West Palm Beach.
Oh, yeah, you're on the other side.
3-hour drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. What's up, Lady Shan? Sorry about your cat.
What's up? No, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciated. How are you?
Sorry about your cat. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. What I was gonna say is like this Canelo Plant thing. I don't know why people think that Plant is just gonna lay there. I don't understand where these people coming from. He's a very skilled boxer. I'm not saying that Canelo isn't, and I still believe this is a 50-50 fight.
Exactly.
This is a 50-50 fight, no matter where you put it. I see it going the distance, and I'm going on my bookie to put at his. I think that it's going to be a split decision for Canelo because it's Vegas.
That would be a win for Plant. A split decision loss. That means one judge thought it was for him.
Well, you're in Vegas, Canelo. You know, as much as people want to say, he won a judge with Floyd Mayweather, and everybody knows that he got his ass beat. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they did the same thing. You know, he'll be the first Mexican that's going to be undisputed. You know, he is the face of boxing, like they say. I have nothing against him. I think he's talented, but I feel that Plant has a chance to beat him if he gets a fair chance.
I'm with you.
So that's my call.
All right.
That's my call.
Thank you.
I know everyone went silent. Sorry. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in,
I'm
man.
with her though, because again, like I think it was J-Mac. Yo, Canelo's taller. Man. I mean, Caleb is taller, and everyone else that's been taller hasn't boxed. But if you think about Kovalev, it took Canelo a long time to get around that jab of Kovalev. Many rounds. Took many rounds. Kovalev old ass had success with his jab. Just saying, man. All I'm saying is the free advice is bet the decision. You don't have to bet, the distance. You don't have to bet who's going to win. But this fight's going 12, man. That's what I feel. I feel the strongest about this fight going the full 12.
Mm-hmm. Well, there it is. Which way are you guys leaning? What's the poll results right now? Did you say that already?
Not all. Obviously, we got the fight doesn't go to distance. 21% of the votes. 1 through 6, someone gets knocked out. 11%. 6 through 11, someone gets knocked out. 36%. And then we got the full 12. 32%. Which to me, that's good enough for me. I'm good with that. 32% of the people, I'm good with that. I got Hawk, Maryland.
Yeah. Hello?
What up?
Oh, all right. What's up, Ness? How you doing there, Ness? James Payne and the beautiful.
Hawk.
Hiya.
Give me a minute, Hawk. I'm sorry, CYP. I think this is a third one. Hawk, I apologize. I didn't know you had a third counterpunch. What up?
Wow, you just cut him like that.
That's what the counterpunch is, Lady Shan. That's what it's invented for. It's to cut the line. It's to cut the line. You panic. You want to get your shit off. But I guess I was wrong, Hawk. Or CYP's busy. My bad. But what up?
Hawk. What's up, Hawk? Sorry, we was rudely interrupted. Hi, King.
How you doing, Lady Shan?
Shan, little. You see how she's taking them little stabs?
Yeah, I see it going in and out. What I was about to say, so Wilder looking at fighting Andy Ruiz?
Nah, Andy Ruiz looking out fighting Wilder, you should say.
Wilder.
He the one calling Wilder out.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I like Andy Ruiz, but he's shorter. I don't want to see that fight. I like Andy Ruiz, but if I have to see it, I'm going with Wilder. But Canelo fight coming up, peoples. I watched a couple of Plant fights and Canelo fights last night. Yeah, Canelo did get beat up by Floyd. I watched the Canelo and Floyd. I watched Plant in his last fight. In the last fight he just had with Koski when he won that belt.
Uskatsuki.
Niskowski, there you go. And a couple of the Canelo fights, Canelo did evolve to where he at now. So you ain't gonna like. My point is, I think Canelo did get beat by Floyd. He barely squeaked by the other boxer, Laura, and Triple G kind of beat him. But but when he fights Caleb Plant is much sharper. He's smooth. He can move real good. I like how he move and everything. But I got him getting knocked out between 6 and 11. I don't think he's gonna make it to the end of the fight. Sorry.
All right.
Just don't see it.
All right, Hawk. All right.
Just don't see it.
CYP, talk to me. We'll see, man. Saturday can't come fast enough. I'll tell you.
All right. Let me know if you hear me.
Yes, we do.
All right. Kryptonite's origin. You know what it does to mere mortals? It gives them superhuman powers like Superman. That is what kryptonite does. It turns regular people like Canelo into superheroes. The problem is it ended up being his kryptonite because he got suspended for the shit, and every time it's brought up, it hurts him. Like kryptonite hurts Superman. Some of this above heads. Like, I don't say nothing that doesn't make fucking sense, man. I've been to college, graduated at 20. Like, I ain't no fucking idiot. Sometimes I just got to study origins. I know what the fuck I be talking about. And on the low, in America, there's a reason why single ladies above their 30s have cats, but that's a whole other discussion. CYP out.
So, again, it can't be both. You either need the clenbuterol to be who you are, which is exactly what people been shaming Canelo, right? When they call in, they're like, oh, he's a drug cheat. He need his clenbuterol. Now you're saying the clenbuterol is bad for him because when it gets brought up, he gets upset. But it's still good for him if he takes it, right? So it just can't be both if you're going to use Superman. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All good. All good. We got Davidian in Buffalo Falls. What is up?
Yo, what's good, TBP?
What's up?
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. James Payne, Lady Shan.
What's up?
Not much. No, I'm excited, man. At least we getting these good fights. I mean, I'm rocking. You know who I've been rocking with. So
who that? Canelo?
Hell no. It's Caleb. I just think, the dude is gonna prove that he belong in there with him. He's on his level. I mean, I don't know, you could tell he's got a high IQ too. So does Canelo, but we're gonna see come Saturday. I don't know, I'm high on him. I've been following him for a while, so Canelo's not this world beater. He's one of the best to ever do it, but I still think Caleb gonna surprise a lot of people, so I don't know. We had to see, but I definitely got Caleb beating Canelo. But it's not gonna be easy, but he gonna get it done. The Wilder and Ruiz, I would love to see that fight. I always wanted to see that fight. That's a fight that boxing fans dream about. So, I'd love to see my man Wilder back in there, and I like Andy too. But yeah, that's my call. God bless y'all.
So I'm watching these highlights. I'm watching actually the full fight, the Dazn rewind. Shout out to Dazn. 5 million views on this Canelo fight from 1 year. And he's having mad trouble with Kovalev's jab. I mean, massive trouble with Kovalev's jab. Obviously,
that's at 175. You have to keep it in context. He went up.
Yeah, Shan, what
The
you
bigger
think?
dude.
What do you think that Caleb is gonna weigh on fight night?
May hydrate. Well, you shouldn't be trying. Yeah, he's going to rehydrate to what? To what is he? Okay, yeah, he will
Cruiserweight?
rehydrate more than that. Yeah,
Cruiserweight?
We'll rehydrate about
Easy.
190 maybe.
Easy.
And so will Canelo. Canelo's going to rehydrate too.
And it ain't gonna be good for his flat-footed ass. That means he gonna move less. Caleb is used to moving with his weight. And that's what I'm saying. If you look at this a Kovalev fight, everybody could just pull it up. You look at this Kovalev, he's front foot heavy. He's an orthodox fighter, but he's front foot. He's leaning over his knee sometimes to throw that jab. He's front head foot. That's not Caleb. Caleb is like Fury on his toes.
Yeah, he's on his toes.
We'll see, man. I can't fucking
he burns
wait.
out. He burns out. You lot got to tell the truth.
I don't see him burn
He'll
out.
be burnt out past 6.
I don't see him burn out. I don't see him burn out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially fight week.
Kovalev was putting his head down. Look, he's steady, like leaning that head down, giving Canelo opportunities, giving up all his height from the beginning. From the opening round, he's giving up all his height. But the other thing he could do is straight stiff arm Canelo and hold him back. Like the bigger man. Caleb just needs to be sure he knows he's the bigger man. You know. But I know that Canelo's also feeling out Kovalev's power. You know, he's trying to get comfortable with it. Which eventually, obviously, he does. But again, this is an older man. This is not Killer Plant. This is a 37, 38-year-old dude with a busted liver. You know? We got to tell the truth. Kovalev
Who
ain't...
did struggle with Anthony Yard. I mean, Anthony Yard looked good to me in that fight until Kovalev
And he took
figured
this
it out.
fight. He took this fight immediately after the Yard fight and made it 11 again.
We got breaking news.
I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying Caleb's gonna win. I'm rooting for him to win. I bet on Canelo by decision and Plant by decision. But I'm telling you, the safe bet is this fight goes the distance. My argument, my passion is to explain that Caleb is durable enough to last 12. And this is the fight that tells you, man. This dude is 38, 37, and he made it to round 11. You know, there's no way he's on the stamina level of a Plant. No way. And maybe Canelo's a little bit reluctant, right? Maybe someone would argue that. He's a little reluctant because Kovalev has legit power, which is true. He is the crusher. And maybe Canelo won't respect Plant where he respects Kovalev's power. But
You're
it's
not
still,
on my level.
But it's
Listen,
still the
you're
jab.
not on my level.
But
Maybe
it's still the
contact him.
jab, though. It's still the jab, you know, maintaining him there. But damn, Canelo's so fast, he's countering. It's already the second round. He's already putting hands to the body on Kovalev. But when he triples that jab, he's killing Canelo. And that's the thing. Caleb don't only jab like right there. He also jabs up. He also jabs up where he bends down and he fucking jabs you up. I can't wait Saturday night. You be right here. I'm doing the fucking live fight chat. And I already made my bets. I mean, if they give me more, if they open up more, I'm taking it. But, you know, this fight goes to decision. That's the recommendation. That's the right thing.
Mira tus mensajes, por favor.
I will mirar los mensajes. Don't forget to use the code BETTBV. Let me see who we got next here. Info Joe is a beast.
Yeah,
Better
check box red.
Yeah.
Info Joe cookies
Joe
are
is
a
a
beast. They put me to
Shout out
sleep.
to Info Joe.
Let me get to Joey.
Let's go! Come on. Info Joe is a beast. Checkbox red. Undefeated punchlines, better place your bet. The number one call, fought my way up the ranks. Border wars fighter, going hard in the paint. Boxing scene writers call me spectacular.
Yo, he's stunting. Canelo's stunting. They paid him to say that.
Oh.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, they ain't got enough money to pay him to say that. Come on, let's have it right.
Go ahead, Joe. My bad.
What's up, Lady Shan? What's up, Big Game? James Payne, Lethal in the building. What up, Ness?
Yep.
What up?
Yo, first things first, man. Like James Payne said, man, the thumbs is low today, man. What's up? The TBV putting on a pound for pound show, man. Y'all got to hit the thumbs up, man. Yo, on to the topic real fast.
I like the Wilder Ruiz, man. I think that'd be a good comeback fight for his first fight back. I think he knocks Ruiz out in 7 or less. I think that'd be a good fight, man. On to the Caleb Plant, man, and Canelo, man. I'm on the fence, man. This will be Canelo's toughest fight in Canelo's last 3 fights, for sure. I like Plant, man. Remember, man, I played pool with Plant at the TBV Appreciation Night, man. He a fan of the TBV, man, and he a cool dude, man.
So
I
Shane
just
gonna
don't
say
know.
you biased.
No, I can just say that you're rooting for him. I get it. You've got some kind of relationship. You're gonna root for him. But do you think technically he's better than Canelo? That's all I would want to ask on your call.
Technically, no. You know what? The only thing that has me on the fence, can he take a Canelo shot? You know what I'm saying? Can he give it as good as he can take it? And that's where I'm on the fence at. I'm gonna make my final pick Thursday though. But I'm on the fence. I do think the first 5 rounds, first 3 or 4 rounds, is gonna be Plants. But I think as the fight goes on, I think Canelo's gonna come on like he normally does, and he get the winging them body shots, man, and them hooks, man. I don't know if Plant can take it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm on the fence. But I think it's a 50-50 fight because it is the best competition Canelo has faced in his last 3 or 4 fights, no doubt. He can box his ass off. I like his style. Plant got a good high IQ.
But you basing that off eye test, right? Because the resume doesn't say that, is what Lady Shan gonna say.
Basically. He ain't been in there with nobody like Canelo, but Canelo has been in there with like you said, Floyd and Lawrence. So he has been in there with boxers, but he hasn't been in there with a good boxer like that in a long time. So that's where I'm on the fence at. Plant can't possibly fuck me up this morning though. I'm buzzed. Outbox Canelo, but can he just take Canelo's punches? That's where I'm on the fence at. But that's all I got though, fam.
I'm with
Y'all hit them thumbs up. Hit them thumbs up. The guys is doing pound for pound work as always. The voice of the people. There is no equal. I'm out.
All right.
Bro, Joe is a beast.
Peace.
Let me get to Stefan. What up? Stefan going una vez. 2 time. All right. We got some super chats I got to get to. Show Kid, we did that. Best Dad Ever Says, more like Papa, we did that. Danny Ramirez says, I got Caleb Plant by UD. You better head over to mybookie.ag and get it for plus 3,000 like me. $10 makes you $310, but you got to use the code BETTBV. Plus, you're going to get a free match bonus up to $1,000. So if you drop 1,000, they give you 1,000. That's how they doing it. I got a ringer cutting the line. What up?
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? We're firemen. We are firemen. Y vuelvo a nacer.
BoxingVoice.com.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks. Appreciate you. Let me enlighten on the intro stuff, right? When I first came to TPV, they had 36K. I remember that. Because Ness, you remember, I should drive back and forth to Tampa, Orlando, and that was the bomb, right? On Thursdays and Sundays, I was here, right? So check it out. Guess what I learned? You can support a dude that does intros, right? Then I get on his IG, I look to you. He got a cute little family. Yo, I'm down with that. I'm going to support this dude. Then guess what I learned? Oh, and if I have a $15 Patreon, I can be on the back call. So I did that, right? Because remember, intros aren't given because you're here and you know how to talk well. You buy them. So whatever I do and I get it, it's all in support of the show. So I caution or precaution, if you're going to have an opinion on intros, there's a bigger picture here. You know, and I'm saying that in the spirit of unity, right? It ain't that you suck and you can't call in and you're elite. No, I bought my shit. You know what I'm saying? I earned my shit through money. And then more importantly, while I've been here on TPV, remember that dude that sold that cell phone accessory stuff and charge your iPhone and all that shit?
There's a lot of little things that we do here to support each other.
Jay Hawk.
Remember that shit?
Jay Hawk.
I didn't know how to use it, but I bought it. Why? We're friends on TPV, right? So this ain't like a merit badge. Oh shit, I'm caller of the year, so I should have an intro. I don't look at it that way. That doesn't mean someone else can't have an opinion like that. I'm just throwing caution to the wind because that's how I was taught, right? Now, when it comes to Wilder fighting this dude that we're talking about, sorry I can't think of his name, bro, that's like a joke. If he gets in, great. But after like 7 rounds that he's winded because he don't have the discipline to fight 12 rounds, look what Ariola did to him, bro. You think he's going to step up for Wilder? Wilder's going to go back, relax, yeah, keep on trying to come in, boop, it's all over, knockout, spiel, size. So just remember that when you cast opinions on, there's always a bigger picture in TBV, and that's why I come here, right? I ain't got to be on Twitter. If something hot comes up on Twitter, guess what Des does? He puts a 15-minute show. I know what's up. I ain't got to be going through Twitter. I ain't got to go have 25 IG account followers. I ain't got to do none of that shit. I come here, and now I learned about Ringer. I say, coño, that sounds like a good idea. I ain't got to be on the freaking phone 25 years. And guess what? It all helps. So if you think unity first, like I do, right, because I'm a military retiree, and you think of the good of the group, I ain't got to have beef with you because I'm looking at the good of the group. So, again, I remain grateful, and this is where I get my cura de boxeo. Coño carajo. Learn something. I'm out.
Thumbs up to that caller right there. That
Yeah,
was
Lord.
way
Shout out to all the vets who served. Appreciate your service, without a doubt.
Absolutely. Salute to you. Thank
Stephen,
you for
what
protecting
up?
our freedom.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
We hear you. Where you UK?
Yeah, UK.
What's up, champ?
Yeah.
You got to talk into the mic, champ. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Hold on 1 second. What's wrong with this? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wilder Ruiz. I'd love to see that fight. I think Wilder would knock him out. Plan and Canelo. I think it's going to be a close one, but I think Canelo's going to wrap him up later on in the rounds. I like to big up Shan as well. Long time no see.
What up?
Isn't
it?
What's that?
UK
What's
to
happening?
UK.
I know you from
London to London.
I know you from London.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
You're not from London.
I know
yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
He knows you from London.
Oh, you know me from London. You know me, like personally.
Yeah.
Have we been intimate?
Whoa.
No. What it is?
Damn, Shan.
Nah, Shan, what it is, yeah?
I'm joking.
I don't know.
It was a
You used to have a friend. Can you hear me, Shan?
Say that. Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you used to have a friend. I met you at one of your friends' house. This girl that you used to hang with in Fulham, short, light-skinned girl.
Light skin. She was
Back
thick.
in the Dizzy.
Was she thick though?
Yeah, back in. We're talking like 96.
Oh man, y'all was kids.
Was her name Denise? Yeah, that would be maybe Denise.
I think so. Yeah, the little short, light-skinned one. You used to go soca with her or something back in the day.
Yeah, that would be Denise.
Yeah. I didn't want to call her name, but yeah.
Yeah, big up Denise. I haven't seen her for years, but yeah, that used to be my best friend.
Is she Lisa Ray thick or she's like skinny?
Tiny. She's like thick. She's like
she's tiny.
Denise
Very
is like
short.
5 foot. She's 5 foot, only 5 foot.
So she's more like Nia Long.
I don't know about that.
Damn.
More of a stocky build, isn't it?
Stocky?
Yeah.
Stocky, more of a stocky build.
Oh.
Like I don't know. This was pre your son's cycles
And
age.
then look. Years later, now you see that's that girl. I used to be the string bean skinny one, didn't I?
Yeah, I remember. You were cheeky as well, and I see it hasn't changed.
It ain't changed, mate. It ain't changed. What's happened? I've got big boobs and big butt now. That all changed all overnight, over the years.
What's cheeky
Great
mean?
stuff.
What's cheeky mean?
Feisty,
Feisty.
Oh,
whatever you call it out there.
Okay.
Do I look the same?
Yeah, you look the same, man. So when do you know what it is? Yeah, I've been watching this show for years, and the other I think about a month ago or so, I looked and I thought, hold on, that's what's her name?
That's Shan.
And I said, right, okay.
Well, you may have known me as Chanel, like the full name. That's
Yeah,
Chanel.
yeah, of course.
That's Chanel.
Say that again?
That's mad. This is indeed
of course.
Chanel. This is wild.
That's just his baby daddy.
No, this is great. So where are you from? Are you from Fulham as well? Yeah, because Denise was from Fulham. Where are you from?
I'm
You
from Kilburn.
South, innit?
I'm from Kilburn.
Oh, not Wheezy. Not Wheezy. You know,
Of
I
course.
moved there in the end. I moved to Holston for a bit, and then I moved to East London, and now I'm back.
How about
I'm in,
you,
I'm in Croydon now. I'm in Croydon
Stefan?
now.
Oh, you're in
Go ahead
Croydon.
and hit
But
her up.
we'll
Hit her up
relate.
on
Hit
Lady
me on
Shan.
Instagram.
Yeah. Hit her up
Hit me
on Lady
Instagram
Shan.
at Lady Shan, LADYCHANN.
And you guys go ahead and pick it up.
You're saying you know me when I was when we were kids, so this is muy interesante.
Beautiful love connection. He probably bought you Valentine's flowers and all that. You don't even remember.
Ness like, fuck that. Let's get back to the box.
I know, it's just interesting, isn't it? It's just interesting that you're
Small
on a
world.
show.
Small world.
No, it's interesting.
Small world.
Yeah, it's a small world.
No, it gets smaller. It gets smaller too. Cause look, you know, I met Keller personally, and now look, you train in his gym, so it's like, you know, it gets smaller by the day. Look, you know, she got on this show, and now one of the listeners, you know
know
knows
me.
her.
Some of them will know me when I was a kid. That's wild. Another small world is that I said it to Ronnie Shields yesterday that my stepdad was a big Mike Tyson fan and not Evander Holyfield fan, and grown up, so he always used to talk about Ronnie Shields, and then fast forward how many years, and I interview Ronnie Shields. I told that to him. That's a small world. My stepdad has passed away. He would be tripping right now if he was alive. I know that I was speaking to Ronnie Shields. So that's how small the world is.
More reason for you to be rooting for Ronnie to get the job.
Oh God, of course. Of course.
And that's a perfect segue.
Ronnie knows my stance in that.
Being that it's a small world, that's a perfect segue into our thumbs up counter, which is very small in comparison to the number of people that are watching the Boxing Voice right now. I think King Amin made that statement famous when he say, wipe your feet off at the door. You know what I'm saying? The thumbs up button, I'm visually doing it for you right now. The thumbs up button, you want to click that when you come into the Boxing Voice or before you leave, because we know some people are at work. You might be on break. It might be your lunch break, your union break, your health break. You might be just rocking out with us this morning, but you got to hit the thumbs up button. We got to get this boxing conversation out there in the atmosphere, and your thumbs up contributes to the visibility of the show. So please make sure you hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe. This is the Boxing Voice. We do boxing talk. Let's go.
Yo, Canelo is right there. Let me tell you, you don't gotta fight his fight. Like, you don't have to be flat-footed. Plant can make him chase. He could make him come to him on purpose. Plant could change the counterpuncher into the attacker and become the counterpuncher. Because Canelo just wants to counter you. He puts those earmuffs on sometimes. The minute you throw a jab, he's shooting straight to the body. Who we got here? We got everybody? Oh, shit. Boomerang, J-Mac. Alrighty then. Majid, are you available?
Yo, everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube and Patreon for something. What's the topic? I literally just jumped on.
Canelo, Plant, and then Wilder, Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz calls out Wilder, Usyk, Tyson Fury, but the only realistic option is Wilder. Everyone else is
Oh, okay, well, shit, I'm interested to see what Caleb Plant could do, you know, because this nigga kind of big with all that speed and everything, and that skill. So I want to see, you know, what game plan he implement. You know, I seen Canelo throwing some body shots that, you know, that he been working on. So my brain just keep telling me that that shit gonna wear Caleb Plant down and he gonna get it on decision. But I'm gonna put some money on Caleb Plant to win anyway because of the odds. I'm gonna do that little bet TBV thing, and I said I forgot the other one. I just finished smoking, but oh yeah, Wilder versus Ruiz. I'm with that shit. That'll make some money, and it's an interesting fight. I disagree. I heard somebody earlier say that they think that Canelo team Reynoso that was like a bad decision for Ruiz, but I feel like that complement his style. He kind of like a little sneaky counter puncher. With some speed and everything. So. Shit, people get dropped sometimes. Shit happen, but he fought back and showed some of the combos that he learned from Reynoso on the movement. So I like that fight, and I think that that's a good judge. I mean, a good trainer for Ruiz, hands down. But that's all I got.
Yo, Saturday is gonna be telling, man. I'm watching this Kovalev fight. Listen, he was killing Kovalev. It ain't no joke. But that's when Kovalev ain't punching. If Kovalev is jabbing and throwing it right, my man is on defense. And Kovalev is flat-footed, man. He's throwing a jab right there. He's not moving.
So's Canelo flat-footed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plant gonna make Canelo come to him, man. I'm telling you.
Canelo's problem with people that move, but he in the end he negates that. That's why he's elite.
I'm definitely rocking with your perspective on that one, champ.
Super chat. King boxing pound for pound. It's funny how you guys keep bringing up the Clen for Canelo, but Yahoo Roy Jones Jr., Holyfield, Shane Mosley, Mike Tyson, who have also failed tests to be all-time greats. Y'all just biased. It's all good.
No, you keep the same energy. It's true. I don't bring up Canelo's.
I mean, Roy Jones.
I still like him anyway.
Roy Jones, Holyfield, Shane Mosley, Tyson. They not even fighting no more. So what do you want us to do?
Yeah, they're inactive. But, yeah.
What are we gonna do? Just be like, oh, we talking about Mike Tyson. Did you see Badu Jack on Mike Tyson's podcast? Oh yeah. You mean Mike Tyson had tested positive? Like
positive?
Do we still bring that up right now, champ? I'm lost. The best dad ever. That's definitely like numero tres for you, right? Clowns in the chat downplaying Plant. Super chat number 4. Oh, my bad. Shout out to you. Potato Chip says, CYP, sick man, sick. Don't do that to the cats. Shaking my head. King Boxing Bow pound for pound. To understand the Clen problem in Mexico, Nest Google 2011 FIFA U17 World Cup. Instead of talking, you should educate your American audience. Nah, fam, I'm not gonna Google it. No one is gonna believe that the richest man in boxing can't get clean meat, but he can get clean meat. Chill, champ. Tizok says, definitely putting some money on Caleb, but Canelo always finds a way or changes the style of fighting to fit the opponent. The body shots will matter. Well, since you put in some money,
body shots are lethal, mate. They're James Payne lethal.
He ain't gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna be
you
there.
See how I dropped you in
James,
there?
you need a new mic arm so your shit can be
I need to work
heard.
on.
What? So it's at the front.
So he can be heard because
I just
that
got
whole
a mic over here to the side.
Yeah, because the whole that shit was like That's
part of the effect, champ.
That's how it sounded. Okay. So, Tazok, since you're going to make a bet, don't forget to do it on my bookie. Don't forget to use my code BETTBV. Whoever needs the direct link, hit me up. I got you. D-Nice said, Canela, that was not a typo, knows it's a 50-50 fight. With that BS rematch clause, that's right. Plus all the other shit he was trying to make Plant do. Come on, man. He was trying to get Plant to like jump through circles and hoops of
La
fire
cucaracha, la
so that it's harder for
cucaracha.
her. Ya no puede caminar. Why'd you bring that up? Is that the only Spanish song you know? Why'd you
Yo
bring that
no
up?
soy marinero.
Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense.
Soy capitán.
Nah, you know, when you said he had
Capitán.
Canelo, you had
We
Caleb
got the
jumping through
remix
the
of
hoops, so
Los
you know what I'm
Lobos.
saying? We threw in the la cucaracha.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
We used to sing that in Staten Island. One little girl that always used to
Call you guys Staten Island goodbye. It's over. We're done. Next GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one. Today's Tuesday. I got nothing scheduled, but I'm going to look for something.
Yeah, catch me on. I got my show later on. It will be
10
at 10
p.m.
50. What? 10 p.m. 10:15 my time. You guys are now 4 hours behind on Eastern Standard Time, so that's 9, 8, 7, 6. James Payne will be on the panel too. We'll have Ness separately on another show because it'll be Shannon Chulo. So come and join me if you want to talk some boxing. No disrespect will be tolerated over there. Okay. Oh yeah, Twitter. Instagram at Lady Shan, LadyChann. Dundem Season merchandise, dundemseason.com. I'm done. Chulo, thanks for having me.
Thank you
James,
for coming
James
on.
Payne Lethal. James Payne Lethal on Instagram. That's James Payne Lethal. And on the Bluebird also, that is Twitter for you if you are not hip and equipped. James Payne Lethal. So holler at me. I love hip hop. I love boxing. Holler at me. Let's talk.
All right. Peace.